We started off as Titans, and now we're the Jets. The start of every season always starts with the sweats. Vinny T, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, what's the deal? Don't even try to tell me that the curse ain't real. We're coming for you, better run and hide. Snowball and Johnny boys, Jets worldwide. Why, yeah, boy. Like and subscribe. Fitzpatrick, the end of every season is always tragic. Doug Bryan missed, everybody got pissed. 2 Super Bowl seasons ended with just one twist. 15 years without the playoffs. Is Aaron Glenn legit? We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit. We're coming for you, better run and hide. Snowball and Johnny boys, Jets worldwide. Like and subscribe.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
Coach Glick already with the knocks on you, right? The return of Jeff, the co-host.
What's going on? This is Jeff Boy with Snow Bell.
Snow Boy.
Yeah.
Snow Boy and Jeff Boy. That's it.
I'm back. I got a little tan going on, you know.
Look at you. You're looking very Floridian.
Hey, dude. There's a lot of shit happened while I was gone. This was insane. I'm riding this insane high right now, as well as yesterday. I mean, I don't know where everybody's been doing. What have you guys been watching? What's been going on? Where you're at? There's so much going on in the sports world right now. It is an amazing time to be a sports fanatic. You know what? I'm not even going to go into this because it is Friday. We just got paid, but we got bills to pay, and we got a really special guest. I mean, if you guys do not know who I'm talking about, where the hell have you been? You got to follow this man. I love his Tuesday trivias. I love his walk and talk about with the Jets. I enjoy the constant content that my guy is putting out right now. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, then I don't know what to tell you anymore. You need to get yourself together, do something. I don't know what else to say. But without further ado, let me go ahead and bring our guy, Mr. Juicy Jet himself from the Juicy Jet podcast, our guy, Kev. Kev, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, guys? It's great to be back. It feels like we're a whole different team. We're totally different people since the last time I joined your podcast. So I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we definitely transformed the team over the off season. It's a new team, new people. We have a New York championship. We're hoping we're going to follow up with another New York. Well, I don't know, some kind of championship, hopefully. But yeah, it's been a day. So I don't know. I'm telling you, last day of school today, graduation, big stuff. It's officially summer, Johnny and Kev. So let the summer begin.
I love it. But I want to get into this, okay? I was gone. I was on the road again, country roads. You know, let's go sing it all, let's get it on. Going on a little vacation with the family. We love to do things together. So went to go visit my aunt, you know, and as I'm there, so happens that there's incredible New York team ends up winning the championship. And I can't get on our show because you guys are rocking, doing you guys' thing. I mean, big shout out to our guy Macho Sports, Macho Talk Sports. Go check him guys out, man. He's killing it over there. Big shout out to our guy Macho. Gets on, and I'm like, talk about the Knicks. You need to talk about the Knicks because you guys got to get as hyped as I am, right? Well, Macho does not like the Knicks whatsoever. Okay, so it's probably the worst one to bring on to talk about it, but he did great. Kevin was at the parade. He saw it. He had a post that really I felt like resonated with the fan base really well because it's how I felt. I think Snowball, you as well. But I'm gonna let Kevin take it over. He knows what I'm talking about, but because he says it the best, right? It's about your love for sports in general. So, Kev, what are we talking about?
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. Like, I never thought I'm a Jets, Islanders, Mets, and Knicks fan. I never thought that I was going to see one of my teams win a championship. And for the Knicks to get there and the way they got there was unbelievable. And I was in the heart of New York City during the whole thing. So game 4, game 5, we're celebrating in the streets. There's a bus on fire. It's all this crazy stuff is happening, especially like the pure elation of winning those 2 games. But I think it really all hit me when I went to the parade. I got to the parade at like 6:15 in the morning, somehow got a spot right up against the railing. And, you're standing there for 5 hours waiting for it to start. And then finally, as the players start to go by you, I don't know what happened to me, but all of a sudden I'm like, there are tears rolling down my face right now, just watching a parade. Like, I think about parades like Disney World parades or like a marching band parade. And I'm like, this is so dumb, but yet I'm crying and I'm like, why? And it's just how much sports mean to us, especially this crew, diehard fans who talk about sports every single day, and to finally get one of your teams to make it to the promised land and actually win was just an unforgettable feeling. And I hope I get it again one day, but it was so nice to have it for the first time in my life. So it was incredible.
100%, dude. I was on the same boat with you, man. I've been pretty vocal about it. My aunt is sick, diehard Knicks fan, diehard Mets fan. So she we were talking about it, and I was there, fortunate enough to make it and be there and watch it with her. And this is how she learned how to speak English, watching New York sports. To me, there's never going to be any other type of like, there is nothing like New York sports commentating. The excitement, the knowledge that comes along with it. We could name a whole bunch of greats that have been there. I mean, we've been blessed with, the voice of the Mets for a very long time. And this is his last year. And what a year that the way he's going out, because it sucks. He goes that you guys made this 72-year-old man feel like a kid all over again, to him being like, what the hell are you guys doing this damn season? I mean, they just fired Mendoza. We're on another slump again. You keep hearing Soto's having his back messing up. Lindor is coming there. We're having eras. We have the crowd chanting Pete Alonso. Like, what is going on? What is going on? But let me give real quick big shout out to a lot of the people in the actual chat today. This is amazing. We got our guy Afram's in the building. We got Claudio in the building. Uruguay, 1931. Uruguay. I mean, hey, look, they're the originals. They're the first ones to ever win the World Cup. The World Cup has been, if you guys are not watching the World Cup, what are you guys doing? Holy shit, it's been an amazing World Cup. There's been so many like upsets, and like upsets are like draws, right? Because they're supposed to get blown out. Yesterday, if I don't know if you guys can see right over here, right? This squad over here, you see all the jerseys in the back, right? It's from the Ecuadorian national team over there. Big shout out to my entire family. It is something magical that is going on right now. They were supposed to lose, and they won, and they're on to the next round and the rounds of knockouts that are coming up. It's just so much stuff that's going on, dude. It's like big. I mean, you got our guy Bill M in the building. You got Coach Glick is inside here. Big shout out to all the boys that are in here. We even got our guy, the true and through. He's always in here as well as our guy Chris B is in the building. But before we really get on this, I think I heard some stuff that was popping off. I'm not sure if you guys did. I think I did. Did you guys hear it? I don't know.
I heard it.
But
we could play this.
Worldwide Jet Setter, welcome aboard.
that's the remix. If y'all don't know,
That's right.
that is the remix. But our guy DNY for life gifted a membership, and he is in for the raffle. What kind of raffle do you guys need to know about? Talk about? All right. We'll tell you. We'll show you. Actually,
we got the autographed helmet. So we got the Wesley Walker autograph. We got the Marty Lyons autograph. We got the Freeman McNeil autograph. And we got, let's move this around here. Yeah, we got the Greg Buttle autograph. So 4 legends of the New York Jets on that autographed helmet. So DNY for life, you're in.
$4.99 or a membership gets you into the raffle that we will be raffling next week, I guess, because it is the beginning of the year. And there will be a special guest, but I'm not going to ruin it yet. No, I'm not going to ruin it yet. Because then Cisco comes in.
Wait, Johnny, wait. That gifted membership went to, and this is a great name, Nutty Squirrel Q7P is a worldwide jet setter.
Welcome. And then we got our guy Cisco comes in, drops a bomb, and he's like, you know what? Let me get in this because I want that damn helmet. That helmet is pretty sweet. And he dropped a 5 bomb Jets Worldwide memberships that went to the Human Fund 2, New York Jets Talk, New York Flight Jets Talk. Shout out to our guy Connor Long in the building. Andrew Kemp, the Wolf of Gotham, our guy Lou. And then Cisco says, I love snowballing. And Jets Johnny. What the hell? Hey, but again,
too many Johnnies.
I'm not sure, guys, if you guys are watching the World Cup at all. But I don't know if you guys saw the game last night with USA and Turkey, whatever, okay? But have you guys been paying attention to the World Cup, or am I at this alone and like the only nut job that is going insane? I mean, New York was packed full of Ecuadorians yesterday. It was so amazing to see that. And I think I need to go ahead and just really like see this just happened because there's another bomb that just got dropped.
Welcome aboard.
Holy crap.
Cisco says, hold my bear. He doesn't even holding a bear, dog. He says, hold my bear, and drops a 20 Jets Worldwide membership. He is coming for that helmet. That went to, now this is a long one. Guys, get ready. Went to Bob Lederer. Shout out, Bob. Mr. Leany, Nick T, Wild One Productions, Fox Sports, Fox A, Barry Beck, The Pork Star, Sco 22. What up, Sco? Jets Mess R&R Party, Jersey Jet, Pred 796. Oh, this is a hard one right here, man.
Yeah.
OG Jets fan. RIP to our guy Tommy. Joey Oliver, our guy Nate, Mr. J Rod, Ray Noble, and Jet Life. As Cisco says, Jets going all the way. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. All right.
Can we play Tommy? Because Tommy got a gifted membership. Let's just play Tommy for people. All right, let's play it.
Do it for Tommy.
Go. Play.
You ready, Chris?
Let's let her rip. Let's go.
Here we go, baby. J-E-T-S! Jets! Let's go, baby!
Hell yeah.
Happened on our show, man.
This is
Worldwide Jet Setter, welcome aboard.
Cooking right now.
Dude, Kev, you gotta keep coming on, bro. I think it's you. It's DNY says, Cisco, hold my Godzilla. I don't know what's bigger than a bear at this moment. I can't think that much right now, right? But he threw in a 5-pack, and that went to Darren McCullum, JoJo Townsell, Ricky D, Striped Underwear. That's an awesome one. And Michael
James.
Michael James.
Love the JoJo shout out. That's great.
Right? The JoJo Townsell.
So Kev, we got a really quick chat that says from our guy, Mr. Uruguay himself, Claudio goes, who is Juicy rooting for in the Mundial? For all yous giving away, do you want to add one Gotham City Crew official new era snapback? Hell yeah, we would love to. What? Yes.
That is super generous.
First of all, Claudio is the absolute man. If you guys are not involved with Gotham City, it is a very fun experience being with that crew. That is who I partner with, and I go to every single one of their tailgates when we go to away games. So if you want to hang out with Jets fans at away games, go to the Gotham City Crew tailgates. They're very, very fun. But who am I rooting for in the World Cup? Is that what the question was?
Yeah. El Mundial. You got to say it. You got to say, Kev. El Mundial.
El Mundial. See?
Look at that. Bam.
Speaking of that, I'm in a pool at work where I got Mexico, so I'm like really rooting for Mexico hard right now. But of course, I got to root for USA. I'm all about USA right now. So it was tough last night. It was a tough watch, but Pulisic looked really good coming off the bench. So like I feel good about his health, and we'll see. I think we play Bosnia in the first round of the knockout stage.
Should be a dub, bro.
I'm hoping. You know,
really quick. The last European team that the United States men's national team ever has beaten since I think 2024 or 2023 was Bosnia. So if that tells you anything,
it's meant to be. Stars are aligned.
Destiny.
But I think we should get into our show.
Let's do it.
What's your guys' take on this?
Should we get into the show?
I think we should get into the show.
I think we should. I mean, listen, if people want to keep gifting memberships and throwing super chats, that's fine with me. I'm really looking for it. Now, listen, Johnny, we're at 587 subscribers. It would be really nice tonight to actually make a push for 600, like to try to get over the hump. So listen, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet and you're watching either now live or after the fact, if you could hit the subscribe button, we're making that push. We're trying to get over 600. The goal is for 1,000, but we're just trying to get there. So Cisco Lopez actually just sent in a gift as well. So Cisco, man, he's on fire, dude. Put it up on the screen, Johnny.
He says, Cisco Lopez says, by the way, all memberships are Nick Shine Show produced. Thank you, Worldwide. Cisco, we appreciate you, brother. Big shout out to our guy, our guy, Nick Shine. Go check him out, the Nick Shine Show. He's actually having a huge show this upcoming Sunday. He's bringing my dads, a lot of our dads, maybe mine.
One of mine?
Yeah.
I'm a baby to be dad.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to say that,
That's all right.
But Kenny O is going to be on there, which is a awesome pull. So big shout out to our guy, Nick. But let's get into it. All right. Tonight show, we wanted to be a little bit on, how we do it over here on Jets Worldwide. We try to have fun. It's the dead time right now for the New York Jets. But I started off the show with talking a little bit about the Knicks. I reached out to Kev. I said, yo, Kev, I would love to bring you onto the show. I know you're a diehard Knicks fan. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. So is Snowball. But I want to run something by you. I want to do a comparison. Can we essentially parallel what they're doing over there at MSG, okay, with our beloved Knickerbockers? Can the New York Jets possibly compare to that, right? Is it going to be where we have maybe a like Tom Thibodeau type of team that like gets us right there, and then Mike Brown comes in? Or I don't know, but tonight's show is essentially Knicks Worldwide ? Which Jets player is most like each of the Knicks? Okay, so this is definitely going to be something that we want the entire chat to be part of. We want you guys to Let us know, who do you compare this player? What do you think of our comparisons? So Snowball, myself, and Kev, we went ahead and got our own list. We have players that we're going to compare, and we're we're gonna go right and check it out. So I saw that. Just some people had a big shout out. We're not doing the Knicks tonight. We're doing comparison, right? And I think you're definitely gonna go ahead and like what we got, Jet 71. So because if we have players that compare to a Jalen Brunson, do we have a player that is compared to a Cat? Do we have a player that is the grit of Jose Alvarado? Do you have a player that is a Landry Shamet that could come off and give us a spark? I don't know. It's going to be fun. Everybody, this is going to be chat centric. Please be involved into it. Snowball,
We're gonna
myself.
piss a lot of people off tonight.
Yeah, tonight a lot of people are going to be pissed off. But you know what? The Knicks are the NBA champions. I told you guys that if the New York Knicks win the championship, I'm going to be the most unsufferable individual out there. You guys are not going to like me, and I don't care. Oh, ISU. Big shout out to our guy ISU. And exactly. Subscribe and like. And you know what? Before we get into this, real quick, this is again every super chat that's $4.99, and any membership gets you this helmet. Why is this helmet so important? We want to give you guys something that we're really excited to announce. There is a certain signature that's there, and I'm gonna let Snowball. Well, I'm not gonna let Snowball. I mean, Snowball.
You can let me. It's okay.
If he tells
me
me
permission.
shut up. If he tells me shut up, I shut up.
Give me permission. It's okay.
I respect my elders.
Yeah.
But Snowball, what's going on July 3rd?
So the day before our country's 250th anniversary,
My daughter's birthday.
and your daughter's birthday, we have a huge guest coming on. You might have heard of him. He was a wide receiver for the New York Jets back in the 80s. And he's made a couple of appearances on other Jets YouTube shows recently. But something a little different for Jets Worldwide. We will have Wesley Walker. He's going to be on our show July 3rd at 7:30 p.m. It is going to be a call-in show. So you will actually have the chance to call in and speak with Wesley, ask him questions, ask him questions about his past, what he's doing now, what he's hoping to do in the future. So, and Wesley is a super cool guy. So Johnny asked him today if he would be open to taking calls. And he was like, absolutely. He goes, no one has ever asked me that before. So I would absolutely be open to taking calls. So if you are interested in speaking to Wesley Walker, who wouldn't be interested in speaking to Wesley Walker, like one-on-one in person? So next Friday night, 7:30 p.m., call in. Obviously, we're going to do a little bit of an interview beforehand, but after we do the interview, we'll have time for people to call in and speak with Wesley.
Oh, yeah. And again, it will be timed, so it'll be a minute because we are anticipating a lot of callers to call in to speak with Wesley. But please go ahead and call. Let us know. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification piece of it as well. And we cannot wait to have him. Big shout out to our guy, Mikey. Mikey got us connected with Wesley, and it has been there. So also, we have that signature. So Wesley is going to help us pick the winner of the signed helmet. So it is going to be pretty amazing of a time. So make sure tonight
are we spinning a wheel, Johnny, or is Wesley going to pick like the best question, or what's he going to do?
I mean, we gotta do the spin the wheel, right?
We gotta do the wheel, right?
Yeah. We gotta do the spin the wheel. So, but all right, let's get into it. Knicks Worldwide, baby. Jets Worldwide. Look at that, New York Jets on that beautiful basketball there. Which Jets player is most like each of the Knicks? And we're gonna start it off with Deuce McBride, Miles McBride, number 2. And of course, I'm going to let my special guest Take it over. Now, Kev, before you get into it,
Yep.
let us know the person. I'm going to let you know the person that I feel like compares, and then we're going to talk about why do we think that is the comparison. All right? So just so we don't like overlap with the same person each and every one. So who is your comparison for our guy, Deuce?
I have someone who actually hasn't played it down for the Jets yet. It is D'Angelo Pons.
Ooh, that's a good one. You know what? Shit. That's actually a really good one. I didn't even think of that one.
I studied this for like 3 straight days preparing.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. We got our guy Lou says A.D. Mitchell. Cisco says A.D. Mitchell.
Mhm.
very nice. Who do you guys got?
Snowball. Who do you got?
Yeah. Again, I got somebody who has not taken a snap for the Jets either. And in the vein of A.D. Mitchell, I went Omar Cooper Jr.
Omar Cooper Jr. All right.
Mhm.
Well, so you guys both went. All right. I went with. I mean, I don't know if people are gonna like it, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. That's who I think. I put Brandon Stevens.
Okay.
I chose Brandon Stevens on there. So Kev, why did you pick your individual?
I picked D'Angelo Pons. Well, first of all, I love D'Angelo Pons. I think he's going to be so good, and I'm so excited that he's on the Jets. The problem is, right now, we don't know where he's going to be playing. We don't know what his role is. We think he's probably going to be coming off the bench, maybe starting in the slot. We're not sure exactly yet. But I picked him because he's undersized, similar to Miles McBride. He's also like a coach's favorite, where they just work hard, do their job, don't complain, and is a champion. Like D'Angelo Pons was, undersold his entire life because of his height, and now he wins the national championship with Indiana. So I think he's going to be an awesome fan favorite that everyone's going to love. And you hear it when you're in MSG, everyone with the deuce chant when he gets out there and throws up a 3. I feel like there's going to be the same love for D'Angelo Pons when his time comes. So very excited about that one.
What kind of chant you think is going to be with the Ponds? I mean, right?
Hopefully,
we had Revis Island at one point.
Hopefully it's all pick sixes, so we're just cheering for touchdowns.
True story. Snowball?
I went Omar Cooper Jr. because of the potential of what he can be. I think McBride has that potential in the future to be one of the superstars on the Knicks team. So Omar, there's a lot of potential with him. I believe that he has the ability. We've seen it in his college game with with the ability to be relied upon in high pressure situations. So I think McBride has the same potential in those high pressure. When we're going for the chip again next year, McBride, in my opinion, is going to be one of the guys that we're going to lean heavy on. So I think that's the reason why I chose Omar Cooper Jr. to be most similar to Miles McBride.
So I went and I picked Stevens. So McBride, right? What is his value? I mean, I feel like he's a lockdown perimeter defender. He can pressure the ball handlers, tries to create turnovers. His chaos translates. My hope that Stevens is that guy and continues to keep having that extra step. I know in the very beginning with Stevens, we kind of were all like, oh, we don't know. And then he was pleasantly surprising us a little bit when he was okay, right? I just think that the defense as a whole was so shitty, that it how can you highlight anything when it's really, that? So that was my reasoning for our guy, Deuce. So I picked Stevens for him. Brandon Stevens. All right. Who is our next one? Landry Shamet. Oh, this one. So this one was the harder one for me. Just to let you guys know, out of all the players that we had, this was the one that was really difficult for me. So, Kev?
I went with someone who looks nothing like him. So let's not compare body sizes here. But I went with Harrison Phillips as my Landry Shamet.
Oh, that's a good one, actually. Snowball?
Well, a couple of people in the chat, Coach Glick said that Miles was Isaiah Williams, but I went for Landry Shamet to be Isaiah Williams.
I like that one. That's a good one.
That is a good one. All right, so
who'd you pick?
Isaiah Williams. the same one I had on there too.
So listen, Kevin was different. So let's ask for the reasoning why Harrison Phillips is Landry Shamet.
Yeah, I went with a guy who's a trusted veteran that is ready to come in. They know their role on the team. Once again, not someone who's going to complain. I mean, the difference here is Harrison Phillips is probably a captain this year for the Jets versus Shamet. But they just seem like someone who's ready to contribute to winning and is going to do what's best for the team in that moment. So that's why I went with Harrison Phillips.
Okay. I went with Isaiah Williams because, again, Shamet, he's a shooter. He spaces the floor, knocks down your threes. He can provide that outside scoring when need be. He's super solid, definitely a complimentary piece, right, for the New York Knicks. Right now, it is a giant question mark with him because the conversation right now is that he might not be coming back. So, and that's what Isaiah Williams is. I mean, Isaiah Williams was a guy that was cut by us, came back. You saw what he did. He is a guy that can score for you. So that was the reason for my comparison. Snowball?
Yeah, I went because off the bench, Landry Shamet is a speed demon. So, and he has this uncanny ability to like mix it up in the middle and be able to like confuse defenses and stuff. So I think Isaiah Williams, from what I saw, Isaiah Davis, from what I saw, Isaiah Williams, from what I saw from last season, he was kind of like coming into his own a little bit, like slightly, being a wide receiver. We know what he can do on returns, and I think Shamet has those same capabilities. It really, what it came down for me is the speed factor of Shamet. Shamet is a rocket.
I also like the fact that he's like a spark plug. Like,
yes,
Jets can be playing so horrible, then all of a sudden you get a punt return from Isaiah Williams, and you're like, oh, we're only down 7. Like, we're back in this game now.
Exactly.
And Shamet could do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting how you guys went about it versus me so far. It feels like I went more character and like where they fit in a team, and you guys went more like skill, talent kind of approach, which is very interesting.
Yeah. And this is what I was hoping that this would bring, because I don't want us to have all the same shit. It would just be boring. But let's get the chat involved real quick. So DNY for Life says Landry equals Isaiah Davis. Coach Click says Landry equals Kene Nwangu. You like that, right? Look at that. Bam. Our guy Lou says Minka Fitzpatrick. Afram says, Coach, I agree. ISU says I Williams is an IL is an Illin. ILL.
Illini.
I there's like exclamation points in there too. So Lou says Minka's a veteran who most have probably written off at this point of his career, but he will be the spark or make the big play when needed on defense. So kind of to what you were talking about, Kev, right? That spark. So I think with all three of us, Landry is that spark that when the Knicks needed it, especially in this playoff run, he was giving it to you.
I also felt like Landry was very safe coming off the bench. And I think that's what Lou is kind of saying about Minka. We're like, we have just had chaos in the safety room over the past few years. And now we actually have someone that we can like rely upon to actually play that position. So I think that's a good comparison.
Next one on the slide. Jordan Clarkson. All right. This one was tough as shit too. All right. Because I was like, who the hell is Jordan Clarkson going to be compared to? So, Kev? Take it away.
I went Nashawn Wright.
Okay.
Nashawn. Right.
Deshaun
All right.
Wright.
Snowball.
Actually, I went Demario Davis on Jordan Clarkson.
So I went. It's funny because you went Demario. I actually went Sherwood.
Okay.
So I went Sherwood. Kev, why'd you go with your pick?
I just think Jordan Clarkson is so up and down. It's just like chaos when he's out there on the floor. You never know what's going to happen. He could drop 18 points and be the best player off the bench that night, or just be an absolute disaster. And I think that's where Nashawn Wright came in, where we only paid him $5 million. He had the most interceptions in the NFL last year, but he also just gave up monstrous touchdowns week after week. So it's either you're going to hit big or you're going to blow it. And I think that's why I went with Nashawn Wright. And it sounds like he might be our cornerback 2 to start the year. So we could be in for a bumpy ride to start, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. So the reason I went with Sherwood is kind of what you were talking about, Kev, right? It's the same way I feel about Sherwood. Sherwood he's a giant question mark for me right now, right? Because he was great when he had not to think or all that crap that people are talking about, blah, 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 or whatever about Sherwood. But he was streaky to me. He was very, very streaky. And Jordan is a high volume scorer. When he does come off the bench, he can do that for you. Can we get that from Sherwood this year? It is a giant question mark. I think Sherwood has a lot to prove, especially getting that giant, extension that he got from Muji and AG. So it'll be an intriguing year for me to see with Sherwood. I think Sherwood is one of the giant question marks that are needs to be answered with this upcoming year. So Snowball.
I went to Demario Davis because not of the player that he is, but all the trepidation, and it's kind of like in the vein of what Kevin was saying, right? Like the up and downs. So a lot of people aren't sure if we're going to get the Demario Davis of elite play, or is he going to be petering out with the age factor. So that was kind of like my reasoning for picking Demario Davis. Kind of like that stability in the middle, but what are we going to get in the future? Is how long is he actually going to be with us? So that was kind of my reasoning. A little abstract thought, but I went that way just because of the uncertainty with Davis's play coming up this season and the year after.
I see what you did there, Snowball, with the abstract conversation, because shout out to a big celebrity who is a giant Jet fan, our guy Q-Tip. What up, Q? Q-Tip, man. Anyways, Brian, Coach Glick says Jordan equals Jelani Woods. Phil says, Jetsboro, why? Snowball. Johnny boy. DMR for life says Clarkson equals Malachi Moore. Lou says Jeremy Ruck with his eyes closed. Afram says Tony Adams.
See ya, Tony.
For real, right? Tigo says Sherwood has a vet in Davis now. He will have a good year. Big shout out to our guy Tigo. What up, Tigo? Hey, I saw you, man, watching Brazil play too, man. How was that seeing Neymar come off that bench, seeing that number 10? I'm telling you guys, you need to watch this. Clarkson, our guy Macho's in the building, says Clarkson is Brendan Stevens. Gives us a nice spark in the beginning, middle of the season, but gets outshined by the end of the season from another player stepping up. Buckshot says, Manning? I have no idea who that is.
That's all right.
But yeah, sure. And then Phil says, hold my beer because I am ready to give a freaking membership as well. And that went to, I don't even know. DN White for life.
That's
awesome. He is in the raffle for the next freaking thing that we're giving up. So can't wait. Anyways, Tigo does. You're right, Tigo. Neymar is cooked. That knee looks crazy. So, Cat, Carl Anthony Towns. Who did you go with, Kev, as the comparison?
I went with Brees. I think this is the Brees spot.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
So this is cool because, it's not what I picked. I said Mason Taylor.
And I went Tavondre Sweat
Nice.
for
So
Carl
all
Anthony Towns.
all completely different ones. Kev, why did you pick? Who'd you pick?
I picked Brees because I feel like both these players are like sky high in terms of potential. Could be the greatest players on the court or on the field every single game, but it doesn't always happen. And in the downs, it gets very frustrating where Brees will start tweeting or start talking to the media in a certain way. And it just drives you nuts. And you're like, can you just stop talking and like go play football and, be amazing like you were? And I feel like you get the ups and downs of Karl Anthony Towns throughout the season. Now, he played awesome in the playoffs, and I feel like everyone was in love with him during the playoffs, and me included. He was great. But there are moments where he disappears, he gets into foul trouble, things like that. And that's like Brees. He can't get into the end zone. He just disappears or could get hurt. So that's why I went with Brees for this one.
All right. Well, I went with Mason Taylor. So Cat, right? He's a skilled big, scoring, rebound threat, and he has really good ability to stretch the entire freaking offense, right? So I went with Mason because just like Cat, I feel like they're able to do the same thing. He's a big body, right, for interior presence there when he needs to block, and he's a receiving threat. So I have big hopes for Mason Taylor this upcoming year. I mean, Taylor is a versatile tight end. He is able to block, catch, and be able to stretch the field as well. So that's the reasoning why I went with Mason Taylor.
Okay. And I took Cat to be Tavondre Sweat just based on size. He's the big guy in the middle who's going to take on the other big guys. So, Tavondre is going to be in the center, taking on the big offensive line guys. So if you need someone to go up against the big men, Cat is one of them, and Tavondre Sweat is the same guy.
Hell yeah. So you got Lou that went 100% Brees. He agrees with you. Cisco says, Cat is Dominican like me. Hey, tomando some mamajuana. You know what time it is. He loves that guy with his zestiness. Macho agrees with you, Kev. You're getting a lot of love, and you're getting a lot of love in the chat right now. But DNY for Life says, Cat equals A.D. Mitchell. He can be amazing, but worries about drops. That is a good one. That is
I like
a good
that.
one.
I like the comparison. Yeah.
Yeah.
This show is juicy, like Johnny's pickup lines back in the day. I never dropped them, baby. Never dropped them. Coach says Cat equals Devondre Sweat. Afram goes and says Sadiq. So he's on the same boat with me with tight ends. So I like that. Danger. Dano, not yet. All right.
We can only hope.
All right. So next one. This one was a fun one for me. Okay. So Jose Alvarado, which is spelled Alvarado, just in case anybody wants to know how to spell the last name, but Grand Theft Alvarado. Who is he being compared to within our New York roster?
I struggled with this one a little bit. I put Jarvis Brownlee as my guy here.
Okay.
So, Kev, this is where you and I are in agreement. I went Brownlee as well. That's exactly who I went with.
And this is where I went. Yeah, I'm with Lou. I'm with Lou on this one. Alvarado is D'Angelo Pons.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Kev, why did you go with your pick and
With
Brownlee?
Brownlee, yeah, I think he's just an undersized competitor who can just get under the skin of their opponents. Like he's just like he's annoying to play against, which is why we love having Alvarado on the team, which is great. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. He brings like awesome energy. Do you remember when Brownlee first got on the Jets last year? His like third play, he got our first turnover of the year in London. It was like, oh yeah, this is what we've been waiting for. And it feels like with Alvarado coming to the Knicks, it was a little bit of a spark too. So Brownlee obviously got hurt and didn't live up to what we saw early on, but that early period, it felt really good, and it felt like an Alvarado to me.
Yeah, so in agreement with you. So Jose Alvarado, first off, shout out to him getting extended. He got extended today. He is staying with the New York Knicks for multiple years. Thank the Lord. This man was living his best life. He said, I am going to be drunk for 8 days straight. And this man, sure as anything, did that. But yes, exactly. I mean, Alvarado, he's a defensive disruption. He brings that energy off the bench, translates, hopefully, for us in football language, right, to turnovers that I think Brownlee is definitely capable of. You know, I mean, he is a feisty slot corner that, just like you said, man, I remember that London game being able to do that. So I want that and bring the grit, be able to go ahead and be with Jose Alvarado. Look, Jose Alvarado went after the biggest individual that was there, that was freaking Wemby, and looked like he was about to body slam him and just said, nah, pause, and didn't do it. So big shout out to our guy, Grand Theft Alvarado, man. New Yorker for life now. Snowball?
In my defense, okay, you'll notice that the graphic is different for Jose Alvarado because spell check Johnny Boy. We went over the slides before the show, and yeah, I spelled Alvarado wrong. So we had to do a quick edit before the show started. Now it's spelled correctly. Correct, Johnny?
Listen, hold on. Let me see.
Stop.
Lo hizo bien? Bonesy in the closet says yes. So
all right.
Todo bien, todo bien.
Listen, the reason why can you hear the dogs, by the way?
A little bit.
Is that Mike Brown back there? How cringe is that? But it's so good.
He let the dogs out. Alvarado for me is Pons, a little undersized, spark plug, can take the ball away whenever he needs to. So my reason for, and it's just playability, right? Playability is Alvarado and Pons. They are one in the same. So for me, that was my choice.
We were on the same wavelength there with the slot corners.
Please excuse me. I have to run upstairs and silence the dogs.
No worries. I will read the chat on what they thought. So I'll put you in the back and you're good to go. All right. So Macho says, Jets 71. They win one championship and don't know how to act. You damn right I don't know how to act.
100% right. I have no clue what to do.
Yep. You're damn right. I'm going to enjoy this because the fact of the matter is, last time they won it was in 1973. My aunt was talking to me about that she thought they were having a dynasty starting to be built because they won it in 70, then 73, and they were like, oh, this is going to continue and keep. And here we are 53 years later. So DM1 for Life says he agrees with Snowball. So he agrees with the Pons pick on there. Let me see what else. Dude, there's a lot of people talking trash about us right now because
I love it. Feed us that trash talk. We're champions.
Jet 71 says, Macho, it's wild. I even asked if there was a price tag for them to drop the Knicks theme tonight. They blew off the message. Oh, I saw it. But can't do that. So Coach Glick says Garrett Wilson is his comparison for Jose Alvarado. Coach Glick, we are going to. I want to come back to you because that is a very intriguing one to me, and I want to know your reasoning behind that. So when we come back, and we have the call-in link for you guys to talk to us about why'd you pick these players, I really would like you to elaborate on Garrett Wilson being your comparison for Jose Alvarado. So ISU says, yes, Snowball, we can hear the dogs. Yes, laugh out loud, Mike Brown. Guys, who let the dogs out?
Me.
I always hear a dog, but it's just my inner voice.
So just to let you know, my son was sitting in the driveway in his car, and both dogs are up on the couch barking at the window. So I was like, "Can you just come inside?" So the dog stopped barking. So he came in. It's quiet now.
Big shout out to Peg. Hey, Peg. Peg and Artie's in the building. And then we get wearing my new JB Finals shirt today. Perfect topic. Damn Skippy, baby. Knicks in 5, Kev. Knicks in 5. Snowball. All right. So, May news today. Mitchell Robinson. This dude. First off, I have to say this. I want to ask you, Kevin Snowball, with the Mitchell Robinson conversation. Do you want him back, or are you okay if he leaves?
I want him back. He's like one of our. Yeah, God.
It depends. It depends on the price tag for him. Listen, I want him back. The guy can't make a free throw, but the lobs are all about. I'm all about Mitchell Robinson. So, yeah, I'll take him back, but the price has got to be right.
Hey, I want the baby bash style. Don't look no farther. Baby, I'm back. Yeah, I'm coming back to the Knicks. Hey, I want him to, man. So, but Mitchell Robinson, Kev, who is your comparison for this good old Mitchell Robinson?
I was following the same idea as Snowball for Cat, where I went to Vondre Sweat here for Mitchell Robinson.
It's logical.
I went with completely different. Okay. I went with our fullback.
Nice. Beck.
Andrew Beck, baby.
Andrew Beck. I kept the name in the answer, and I went 80 Mitchell.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kev, why'd you want Sweat?
I think they're both just like physical forces who do one thing really, really well. And for Mitch, it's playing defense, guarding their center, where T'Vondre Sweat, he's just going to be a beast in the run game. He's going to clog up the interior. And if you ask them both to do something different, like you ask Mitch to shoot a free throw, impossible. Will never happen. If you ask T'Vondre Sweat to rush the passer, he can kind of do it. Sometimes it happens, but it's not his strength. So that's why I went with T'Vondre Sweat.
I'm going to go back and I am going to change my answer because I'm Johnny Boy and I could do that. So I'm actually going to go with, because I was battling between Beck and this other person, and it's Thomas Hennessy. And I will tell you why I have Thomas Hennessy. Mitch is the longest tenured Knick that we have on the team. He's been there through it all, okay? Through like the 17 freaking, I say 17, that's all I need to say, all right? Enough, all right? Kev, Snowball, you guys know what I'm talking about. So I say Thomas Hennessy. That is my pick on that, and I picked it because he's the longest tenured Jet with the longest tenured Knick.
And I picked Mitchell. I picked 80 Mitchell because he's Mitchell Robinson, and that's it. Mitchell for Mitchell.
Family.
That's it. Damn it, just keep it that way.
So
I had other reasons, but it doesn't matter now. Just proceed.
Okay, so Lou says Mitch Robinson, Demario Davis.
That makes sense.
DMR for Life says want Mitchell back. His D is amazing.
Pause.
Mitch equals Briggs. Macho says Mitch is Will McDonald. Afram says Will Mickey D's. Coach Click says Mitch is Demario Davis. DNY for Life says, I knew that would be your reason, JB. You're damn right. Guys, you guys are watching Jets Worldwide. We have our special guest from the Juicy Jet podcast. Our guy Kevin is in here in Jets Worldwide, chopping it up with myself and Snowball, and we are comparing the NBA champions, your blue and orange Knickerbockers of New York City. I think they just won the championship, and I'm going to keep saying that to you, just for Jet 71 and for Macho that are inside the chat itself. But yeah, next one, Mikal Bridges. By the way, the best IG live ever, ever.
Okay.
All right, so good. Mikal Bridges. Who is your comparison to?
I had a couple people that play similar positions that I could have picked for this one, but I went with Joe Tippmann.
Joe Tippmann. That's actually a really good one. All right, so I went with AD Mitchell. AD Mitchell was my pick for this one. Snowball?
Can you still see me and hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Because I think my mouse just died. We're on Mikal Bridges?
Yep.
All right. So I went Minka Fitzpatrick on Bridges. I got to grab a battery.
So who'd you pick?
I went with Fitzpatrick. Minka.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right,
Kev,
let me go grab a battery.
go ahead. I'll put you in the back. Kev, so tell me why you picked who you pick.
I think Bridges does a lot that you don't always see. And I think he's a really great foundational piece for the team. Obviously, we traded away a lot of our future for a guy like him, and it worked. And with Joe Tippmann, I feel like he's a guy who's dependable, can play multiple positions. He's not someone who you're going to notice pretty frequently, but he's one of actually the best players on our team. And you could see that by the extension we just gave him. So I think that dependability and that like quiet foundational piece is why I went with him.
Okay. The reason when I went with AD Mitchell, because he's a two-way scorer, smooth athlete, Mikal, right? And he's a reliable shooter and can defend. But sometimes you're just seeing it goes away and you're like, what the hell is going on?
Yep.
That's AD Mitchell for me right now, right? Until proven otherwise, AD Mitchell is the Mikal Bridges for me with our current squad, because he has the talent, he has the capability of being this, potential wide receiver 2 for us or whatever. She's just got to prove it on the field, and I hope that he is drinking that tequila that Mikal was drinking so they could do that. But quick, DNY for Life says Orange and Blue Skies MBIG was amazing. Mikal equals double D's. Damn Skippy, man. So we got Snowball back in the building. And Snowball, why did you pick who you picked of your comparison?
Talking to me now? Hold on a second. I'm recovering here.
All right.
Talk about something else. I'm trying to get my mouse linked up again. Tonight is a bad night, Johnny. It is a bad night.
Well, I did miss one. So shout out to our guy Dano. Dano says Mitch equals Braylon Allen, one-dimensional and overhyped. Wow. So fighting words.
There's a lot of people down on Braylon right now, including myself. I'm like, is he good? I don't know.
I think so, man. I'm still excited. That's a big dude, bro. Like, again, I feel like Braylon Allen. I felt like freaking Brees. I felt like the entire offense was not used the correct way. I think we're going to see a completely different type of offense this upcoming year, and you're going to see a lot of these guys really shine. So Jet 71 says, are we doing every Nick? Just need to know how long to be away until the real show starts. Lou says Bridges equals Braylon Allen. Mikal equals Quantez Stiggers.
Love Quantez.
Same. Bridges equals Brees. You wouldn't guess it by the looks, but both are emo.
All right. Everything's working now. I went Fitzpatrick just because the defensive skills of Bridges and Minka. So I think reliability, leadership in the backfield. I think both have that ability to be defensive powerhouses if need be. So Mikal Bridges is Minka Fitzpatrick for me.
We'll keep going down the list. So ISU says, based on how you describe Bridges, Johnny, I say Braylon Allen. Buckshot says Braylon is due too. So, this is a good one from Afram. Klubnik, we're traded draft picks to move up and get them. Fuck them picks.
Fuck them picks.
Fuck them picks. Oh man, this is hilarious, dude. It's he has a lot to prove, man. Like all the players that we just named, they really do. Like I mean, Kev with Brees, right? You said Brees, right?
For this one,
Yeah.
I said Joe Tippmann. I said reliable but quiet. Yeah.
Gotcha. My bad. Never mind.
Just to answer Jet 71's question, we'll be doing all the Knicks players. And every one of them, every single Knicks player, we're just going through the entire list. So you can stay away until the real show starts.
It's 1972, right? We're going all the way back.
We're going all the way back.
Man. Moses Malone, Earl the Pearl. Walt. We're doing them all, man.
We're going alphabetically by first name or last name. It doesn't matter.
And we're doing the front office too.
That's right.
All right. Here it is. Josh Hart. Kev?
I went to Mario Davis for this one.
Okay. I went Brees Hall.
Brees Hall. All right. And I went Kenyon Sadiq.
Nice.
Okay. Kev?
I went with DeMario just because I feel like Josh Hart is like kind of the heartbeat of the team a little bit, like not to use his last name, obviously, but that's what I feel with DeMario Davis, where we don't know how he's really going to play. Like he's getting older. We know he's tough. We know he's going to play through injury. He really doesn't miss games, and he's like 37 years old, which is crazy. And Josh Hart's very similar. Like he seems to give it all for the Knicks when he's out there. Is he the greatest player of all time? No, and I don't think DeMario Davis is either, but I think they're both super solid and emotional, I guess, kind of leaders of the team when you think about it.
Okay. Well, I went Brees because Josh Hart, right? He's your versatile guard. He's a gritty rebounder, hustler, connects. He's a connector. I mean, he's a do-it-all type of guy, right? With the New York Knicks. That's what Brees Hall is to me. I gave Brees Hall a lot of shit, okay? Because I just wanted you to be like, I want to be a Knick. I just come out and say that I want to be a Knick, and I was good to go with that instead of having all this crazy ass emo crap and blah blah blah. But for me, I went Brees because Brees could do it all. You know, he can be a threat as a receiver. He can be a running back that could do it all for you in the back. You know, he can even throw a touchdown if asked to. We've seen him do it. You know, and can he block? Yes. So yeah, that's the reason why I did that.
All right. And I took Sadiq based on physicality. I think Josh Hart is a good physical player, and speed wise, I think Josh Hart is straight line speed. You know, going to the basket. I think he's got it. So I went Sadiq for him, and again, just based on physicality and straight line speed, and again, potential. We don't know if Sadiq can block yet, but we're hoping that he can. So I'm hoping that he can be a receiving threat as well as a lead blocker.
100%. And to Just 71, I definitely got Earl the Pearl and Moses Malone confused. So I apologize about that. That's why you heard me say it back to back really quickly. I was trying to clean myself up. So I am somebody when I fuck up, I say I fucked up, and I definitely fucked up on that one. So nope. But yeah, this one, Josh Hart, man. I liked all the picks that you guys have picked on there. I mean, dude, I love Josh Hart, bro. Like he to me was, I mean, yeah, Jalen Brunson was the MVP, but I could really fight you and say that Josh Hart too was the MVP because a lot of the stuff that Brunson doesn't happen if Josh Hart is not getting all of those dirty work that he does, so he's a beast, man. He's a beast. So, but again, yeah. So some people on the chat says Hart equals Bailey. Josh is Brees. His heart is bigger than credit given.
Very true.
Coach says Josh is Harrison Phillips. Afram says Minka. But yeah.
Yeah, and to your point, Johnny, I think Brunson and Josh Hart, I think they complement each other very well. I think they, when the team needs a pick me up, you get Brunson, he's in there, but Josh Hart was equally as effective when the team needed a spark. Josh Hart was one of those guys.
100%. I mean, when he was hitting those big threes, when everybody was going cold and he was the spark of the offense, like he can't do that. And I feel like, for me, that's why I compared him to Brees, because Brees can give you that home run hitter when need be. The hope is that he continues to keep doing that. But again, are they going to use him the right way this year? I don't know. Kev, I mean, what's your thoughts on that type of like my comparison and Snowball's comparison?
Specifically with with a Brees you're talking about?
I mean, yeah, with both of our picks.
Yeah, the problem with like a Brees, for example, is I just think he's not like always a fan favorite when it comes to some of the stuff he does outside of the football field. Where Hart, I feel like everybody loves Josh Hart. So I think that one is where I get stuck on him. And then you were Sadiq, right?
Yeah,
Snowball?
I took Sadiq on Josh Hart.
I mean, I pray that we can use Sadiq in the right way where he could be a Josh Hart for us. It's just, do you have faith in Frank Reich to use him the right way? And I'm not sure yet. We got to wait and see.
Hell yeah. All right. La mano de Dios, the hand of God, baby. The silent assassin, the killer, the guy that does not smile at all. Even this picture, he is not smiling. OG. Kev, who'd you go with?
I went with my favorite current Jet, Garrett Wilson.
And that's, Kev, where I am on the same boat again with you. It is Garrett Wilson for me as well. Snowball?
I went the other direction, and this is where I took Brees Hall.
Nice.
Ah, okay. So, Kev, why did you go Garrett?
From my perspective, he is a more quiet star, does not get the credit nationally that he deserves, and now OG's finally getting it, which is great. Beloved by the fans. Everybody loves Garrett Wilson. Everybody loves OG. They are always in the right place that they need to be. They are technically elite at their jobs. And I just feel like we're at a point now in both their careers where they could really take off. And I think OG, obviously, with that tip in, is now a legend in New York forever. Garrett with a Geno Smith, hopefully, I think can like really have a big year as long as he stays healthy, obviously. So that's why I went Garrett.
Yeah, so OG, I mean, elite defender, right? He has the length. He's very versatile contributor. He is a quiet scorer, and he is very impactful in both ends, right? So he contributes in a way that a leader for me, because I feel like OG is a leader on the Knicks, where he's more of the let my work do the talking, and I feel like that's how Garrett Wilson is. Garrett Wilson will give you those aha moments when you're like, holy shit, like, aha, that's why we picked Garrett Wilson. Oh, this is why we got OG. You know, so for me, I definitely think Garrett Wilson and OG. It's the comparison, man. I mean, they're leaders. They're the quiet leaders that are in there that they do the stuff that not many people talk about, but they're at that point, and you're right, Kev, that it's just going to go up and up and up for them, you know. So for OG, you just gotta have what's her name? Sonny Lee at the at every single game, and he's dropping like over 40 points each night. So Snowball.
Yeah, I took OG and Brees as comparable players, kind of like what you guys were saying about the point in their career where they can take off. So I think with what the Jets have going for them on the offensive line, and Frank Reich hopefully being the play caller who can actually utilize Brees to be the person that he can be, I kind of put them similarly at that way. And also because OG is like basically a quiet guy. Like, you know, he's not overly emotional. I think Brees behind the scenes is emotional, but when he plays, he can run into the end zone and just like drop the ball and just walk back and be like, all right, you know what, let's go. You know, and that's why personality wise on the field, I think they're very similar. And again, the potential for where their careers can go at this point is why I drew that comparison.
Oh yeah. If you hear my kids, I apologize. They are running wild right now in this household.
That's it. They love OG.
Kids and dogs.
He's coming in. There he is.
Hey, Dad.
What's up?
Gio.
They took your popcorn? Hey, say hi to everybody. You're on TV.
Huh?
Say hi.
Hey.
I don't know. Hey, Gio, you got to go to mommy, all right? Close the door, puppy. Go. Hold on. Daddy duties real quick before this kid breaks everything over here. Be right back.
All right. We're moving on. We did the OG Anunoby, so now we can move on to the next one, which is, I believe, the last one. So I don't know if we should wait around for Johnny, but let's look at what people are saying in the chat.
I do love this one. The Membu equals OG. I think that's a really good pull that a lot of people are saying in the chat.
Yeah, ISU is, sometimes he says things that are smart, and this is one of the smart things that ISU has said this evening. OG Membu, right, for sure, all business. There's been a lot of talk about the potential for Membu this season. Do you agree with everything that people are saying, that he's going to develop into the stud tackle that that everyone's saying he's going to be?
I think he already is. Like,
Yeah.
if you back and watch what he did last year and the way he played, like, well, I think his first game was against TJ Watt, and he shut him down. I'm like, this guy's a crafty veteran already. Like, this is amazing. I think he is awesome. I think the bigger question is, what's Olu going to be this year?
Yeah,
Can
it's
he
true.
take off? But right now, if Membu stayed exactly the same as he was last year, I would be so happy.
Yeah. Do you think Parham's going to have a good effect on Olu this season, being that he's familiar with Geno, and he's got that little bit of veteran capability with him? So what do you think? Is it positive influence on Olu with Parham standing next to him?
I would say positive because of the relationship with Geno, I think, is the big boost. I think he's very similar to John Simpson, though.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much difference in the way that they play. So I think the bigger thing is Olu is another year older in the league, even though he's still only 23, which is crazy.
Right.
So yeah, I just feel like the more that he grows into his role in the league as a left tackle, I think the better and better he's going to get.
True. Did you take care of those kids?
Yeah, I just put them all in headlocks real quick, and
Yeah.
real good sleeper, and just and so they're asleep.
Duct tape does everything.
So there's a lot of comparisons of OG to Membu here, but one that I kind of wanted to highlight really quickly that I thought actually it was a real good comparison, because it was one of them I was fighting in between, and Party with Peg and Artie. So OG is Tip, the quiet leader.
Mm.
And that's a good comparison too, because that's the other one that I had. So with my list, I had two different ones just in case, I wanted to switch it up really quickly. And yeah, that's how deep I went into this shit, by the way, guys. So just to let you guys know. So
I think
definitely.
Tibbins getting a little swagger now as he
Yo.
gets older on the team. When he's like, when everyone makes the first down, he's like, it's like giving that first down, like that whole thing. So he's coming into his own.
He's
Yes,
funny.
very, very nice, very evil.
Sometimes he does it when we don't even get a first down, which makes me laugh.
Yes,
We're like a
very
yard.
true. It's just like we got it anyway,
Yeah.
or we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
All right. This is the one right here, right? This is the
Yes.
one that everybody's waited for.
Mm.
The captain. My captain. Jalen Brunson. Dude, Jalen Brunson gave the best speech, in my opinion, at the freaking parade when he told everybody, you know what. And when you're that good, you don't got to say anything. So, Kev, who is your comparison to the captain, Jalen Brunson?
You guys are not going to like my answer to this one.
I think me and you might be because you haven't said his name and I haven't said his name either. So I think you and I might be together on this one.
We're actually not.
All
My
right.
answer to this is the 2027 first round quarterback that we pick. That is Jalen Brunson for this team.
All right.
Holy shit. Okay. So we don't have a Jalen Brunson, is what you're saying.
Do not have a Jalen Brunson.
Which is a very good answer, Kev. I like that answer. You thought people would hate it. I'm actually in favor of it. But DNY for Life says Kevin is crazy. So, yeah, Kevin is crazy.
You got to be a little crazy to be a Jets fan.
It's true.
So Afram and I are on the same boat, and he says it there. So for me, and he says that Brunson is the leader on the court, therefore the only position where a leader on that has to be the quarterback, and I picked Geno Smith. Snowball?
And for me, he is the best player on the team, Jalen Brunson. So the best player on our team is Garrett Wilson. Yeah. So I had to pick Garrett Wilson for this one.
Okay. Well, Kev, explain and please elaborate lengthy on why you don't think we have a Jalen Brunson on here yet.
I think it's really hard because when you think about Jalen Brunson, he touches the ball every single play while he's out on the court. And while I really wanted to pick Garrett for this, because I agree with you, Snowball, he is the best player we have on our team. Everybody loves him. He's a great leader, like all that great stuff. And he's a great teammate. The fact that he can't get involved in every play holds me back from calling him Jalen Brunson. And I feel like if you look around the league, like look at some of the best players in the NFL. Look at Myles Garrett. The Browns didn't start winning because they had Myles Garrett. Look at Max Crosby. The Raiders aren't winning because they have a great player in Max Crosby. But Jalen Brunson is a guy who can actually change that culture and change us from a team who were not winning at all to now a perennial playoff contender and, of course, now a champion. So in my mind, the only player that could do that is a quarterback in the NFL. And I don't think Geno's that guy. He's probably on this team for a year, maybe two, as potentially the swing quarterback for next year. And hopefully with the 3 first-round picks we have, the other picks we have later in the draft, future picks, we should be able to land, whether it's Arch Manning, Dante Moore, one of those guys to eventually be the starting quarterback for the New York Jets. And hopefully by week 8 next year, we feel that. So yeah, that's why I went with our draft pick next year.
So I ended up going with Geno Smith. In the beginning, I actually had Breece Hall. Okay, because just like you said, the ball needs to be put in this person's hand. But then I was like, I mean, it has to be Geno, right? So Jalen Brunson, he's the scoring leader. He's a clutch creator. and he's a undersized engine. When I essentially said all of those, and that was my thoughts of what Jalen Brunson is, of course, I went with, with Brees. But then I was like, you know what? No, it's going to be Gino for me because Gino has the weapons and the capability to be. I'm not here saying that he's going to be an amazing freaking like the best thing, but I really feel like now hot take, but he's going to be the one that breaks the Fitzpatrick freaking record. Geno Smith is going to be that one, and I think that we're going to see an offense that we have not seen in a very long time, and it's going to start with him. Just like with Jalen, sometimes Jalen will go on this like crazy cold streak, just like freaking Gino with all the interceptions. But can Gino bring out that dog, that scrap, that fight that Jalen has, man, and be that quiet, silent leader that is pretty much Jalen's always been an individual that's been like, I let my work talk for itself. That's my shit talking, and I'm hoping that's what Gino, provides this upcoming season. So maybe it's crazy. Maybe it's a real hot take. It is. But shit, he threw for 3,100 yards with the worst offensive line last year, which was the Oakland Raiders, with Jacoby Myers being gone, with freaking Bowers not playing, with a Genty who the offensive coordinator was trying to change the way he runs the damn ball. So my hope is that Frank, Seth, sees what they have in freaking Gino and does not try and let some air out the ball. Let's freaking him do what he has to do with Brees, and we go on a Jalen Brunson. But which Jalen Brunson are we getting? Is it going to be the Tom Thibodeau, right, where they outworking the living shit out of him, or is it the Mike Brown one? I don't know. That is to be determined. Snowball?
Well, before I answer, we're going to get this.
Worldwide Jet Setter, welcome aboard.
And Derek gave a gifted membership. So thank you, Derek, so much. Really appreciate that. And that one went to our man, ISU. So ISU is now a worldwide jet setter.
Hell yeah. And then ISU says, hold my beer. Let me give you a Jets worldwide member. He is a worldwide jet setter. And that went to Team AG for life. Damn, Skippy. Team AG for life, welcome. You are a worldwide jet setter, and you are in the correct content creating podcast because we also are an AG supporter. And then our guy, Dano, says, hold my cerveza, hermano. And that went to TP Way the Giant. You are a worldwide jet setter. All right. Snowball.
Yep. So I told you before. Yeah, I told you before. Jalen Brunson is Garrett Wilson, or Garrett Wilson is Jalen Brunson. For the reason first is size. Right? He's a little, for a wide receiver. He's not the tallest guy in the world. So, and either is Jalen Brunson. But put the ball in his hands. Right? As DNY for Life said. Right? Just give him the damn ball. So if you give Garrett Wilson the damn ball, like if you give Jalen Brunson the damn ball, good things happen. So my comparison being Wilson to Brunson is that ability to, when the ball is in their hands, they're going to make things happen. So I don't know if Gino's going to be able to get the ball into Garrett Wilson's hands this season, sparingly, I'm guessing, because he's got a lot of mouths to feed. He's got a lot of targets to hit. So hopefully when Garrett does get the ball in his hands, he's able to do something with it. And thank you, everyone who is gifting memberships. That is amazing. We are not the Jets Worldwide channel without you guys in the chat.
100%. 100%. Well, just when you thought we were done, I said, let me throw out a name out there that let's have some fun with it. And he was the fangirl, right? At the he was that drunk girl at the parade, okay? To where cops were about to whoop his ass because they thought he was a fan. But he's like, yo, I'm part of the team. Baby, I want a champion. Shit. And you got this guy right here. Tyler Kolick. Who is your comparison for Mr. Tyler Kolick?
I was panicking about this one. But someone brought up Quantez stickers before, so I think I'm going to go Quantez stickers for
All
this,
right.
this one.
I went Jeremy Ruckert
Nice.
on this one. Snowball?
I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Derek, the Kansas Jets fan. And I'm gonna say he's Isaiah Davis. It's like, oh, you're on this team because he's underutilized.
I mean, that dude had the most coldest line. Barbecue chicken, baby. Barbecue chicken. Kev, why'd you go with that pick?
Because I love Tyler and I love Quantez stickers. I just think they're hilarious. Stickers is actually really good at what he does, which is amazing as a gunner. So he plays more than Golick does. But, I just want to see Stiggers party at the Jets parade whenever that does happen. So that's why I went with him.
Dude, I went with Jeremy Rucker because, I mean, he's dude, Tyler's a fan favorite. Jeremy Ruck is a fan favorite as well. But I had also one that I was like, he's kind of giving me, Klubnik vibes as well. Okay, with the hair and everything too. So, but this was a fun one, man, because who the hell is gonna put Golick up there? Barbecue chicken, baby. Snowball, why'd you go with your pick?
Yeah, I said Isaiah Davis because you kind of forget he's there. And he was like, no, man, I'm on the team. Like Kolick was like, no, I'm on the team. Don't worry about it. Like I'm one of the champions. So that was my reasoning for picking Isaiah Davis.
This could also be like Brian Duker, where like
Dude,
you're a
yes.
defensive coordinator, but what do you do here? Like Aaron Glenn is doing it all.
Well, depending upon if it's the night or the day or the middle, Aaron Glenn likes his coffee a certain temperature, and he likes this certain type of milk with this amount of foam in there and this type of sugar. But sometimes he just takes it black, and that's early in the morning. All right,
But Johnny boy, if you have watched the Flight 26, right? What do they call it? Flight 26, right?
Oh, which someone that's on this panel was on, by the way, which was pretty badass.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Duker's on a lot, man. Duker has been on that show a lot. So I don't know if they're just like giving him his props now before the season starts, just to popularize him a little bit. People are like, who is this Duker guy? But yeah, they've been showing him a lot. Maybe he is the secret sauce to the defense this year.
Hope so.
Doubt it, but
I mean, hey, Aaron and the Aaron Glenn show, okay? I'm just fucking say that, and that's about it. But let's talk about Derek says Isaiah Davis. Coach says Josh Myers. Afram says Arian Smith.
I like that one.
Stiggers is a solid as fuck on special teams for sure.
Yeah.
TK equals, see, he was on it. Klubnik.
he was on the Klubnik.
Yeah, so, but he's also saying Clubby, Mason Taylor. I don't know what the last word is, but
Shout out.
Shout out. Danger's on the same thing. Kolick is Klubnik. They're kind of the same, ain't they?
Are you
What
guys?
are you talking about, Dano?
Are you guys in the club? Are you like? Is that what people are saying now, Jets fans? Where they're like, "Oh, I like Klubnik. We're in the club."
Oh, are you in the
I
club?
mean,
Are you all up in the club?
I mean, I am. I definitely think that, I'm hoping at the end of the day, it's hope for me with him. Shout out to BG. BG had the voice of the Clemson Tigers, Don. Don was on there and he spoke about Klubnik, and he said that Klubnik is a really good quarterback, but he definitely needs some time to develop.
Yeah.
And the hope is that being behind Gino, he is able to get that time and will be able to, learn from that. At the year before that, I mean, that dude was being talked about as a first rounder, So then he had every single bad thing that could happen with his offensive line was shit, his wide receivers were shit. I mean, it sounds like the New York Jets at one point, right? So he's just learning how to train to be a Jet super early, and the hope that translates over here to the NFL. So I don't know. It's definitely going to be something. But I want to ask you guys this one last thing real quick. Okay, Snowball. So we got these guys.
Mm.
Okay, Aaron Glenn, Darren Mouget. Darren Mouget. Is Aaron Glenn, Darren Mouget, Leon, and Tom? Or is he more Mike Brown and Leon? So I will let Kev take it away.
Well, I think this is with the assumption that if Glenn does get fired, Muji doesn't get fired with him. Like, how close are they paired together is a really big question that we don't really know the answer, because we think Aaron Glenn's the head of the organization, but Muji's been very impressive as of late. I lean that they're more Tom and Leon. The thing that makes me really nervous is, let's say Glenn wins 6 or 7 games this year, and then he's the one that's going to be picking this quarterback, and then it doesn't go well. And then we're doing this thing where we're kind of off cycles, where we're hiring a coach that's forced to work with a quarterback that they didn't want. So I'm a little nervous about that whole thing. So I'm praying that it works out, that he's more of a Mike Brown. But right now, until I see it, I have to say that he's the Tom.
Yeah, at this point in their careers, it's more Tom than it is Brown. And for the exact same reasons, Kev. Like you gotta think that Glenn's just maybe gonna get us there. The other thing is it like you said, if Glenn hangs around next year, you would hope that it would be Muji's choice for the quarterback, like for him to make a strong push and be like, listen, Aaron, I just need you to be quiet. I just need you and just let me make this one. Okay. And then, do whatever you got to do, be the head coach or whatever you got to do. But let me get this one. Cause he was around with Denver when they did, what's his face?
Bo Nix. Yeah.
Bo Nix. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you got to think that he's, I don't know if Darren Muji had any input into the Bo Nix pick, but, you got to hope that maybe he was in the back being like, oh, we should take Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's going to be on board for something like that. So he probably was pretty invested in that pick.
Yeah. So, I mean, so Kev, I'm so glad you said what you said, because I'm on the same boat with you. I think that this is more of a tandem of a team in the sense of Muji and Glenn together, that if this shit doesn't go right, I don't think that Muji is back either, because I feel like they both are in all of this together and picking these players and doing what they've been doing with the individuals that they're bringing in. Look, Glenn, yeah, the freaking coaches he brought, it was a shit show.
Yeah.
But is that just all on Glenn? I don't think so. I think they're really together in this. I mean, shit, nobody knew who Muji was until Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn pounded the table for this man, so gave him that opportunity and choice. Now, did Muji deserve to get this opportunity and chance? Yes, hands down. He's proven it. You're seeing him what he's doing. So my hope is, just like you said, Kev, that it is Mike Brown and Leon, and that they are building it the right way and are not trying to get all these, over the hill players just to sell some tickets. No, they're digging deep. They're going to that. That's why with this Mitch Robinson situation, I'm cool if he brings them back, but I'm also trusting Leon for what he's doing. You have to, like, on both. And Mike Brown too. Mike Brown, a lot of people give him shit because, they're saying that this is a Tom Thibodeau team, but I always counter that with this. Okay, yeah, I can see where you're coming from that, but Mike Brown knew how to use a lot of these other players in the rotation that he used. Is something that, Tom was very hard-headed with, man. He would freaking run these guys to the floor that when it came time to, being crunched, these guys they were tired, man. Like, I don't know if you ever remember last year, but seeing fucking Hart, I thought this dude was gonna fucking blow his hamstring at some points, So definitely, man, it'll be an intriguing. That's an intriguing question, man. So, Kev, I love how you answer that.
I'm just curious what Muji does this year. Does he stay close to Glenn, or does he distance himself? That would be a telltale sign of what's to come, I think.
Yeah. I think the interesting piece is, like, right now we can't see what happens behind the scenes during the offseason. We don't know how invested Aaron Glenn is in deciding on contracts and people to sign and all that kind of stuff. But what we can do is see what it looks like on the field, and Muji can't touch that. So if I see Aaron Glenn messing up timeouts, challenges, if, like, we're just making coaching mistakes with clock management, like, that's on him, and he needs to get better at that stuff in order for us to feel more comfortable going into 2027 with him. So it's a very tricky thing right now because we're not in the building.
100%. Well,
it's somebody backstage.
We do. So we got our guy DNY for life, ready to come in, talk some ball. I do have a super chat that is started from our guy Dano, which we'll bring that up after in a moment. But DNY for life, you are on Jets Pro Y. What's going on, brother?
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
Hey, man, what part of the Hampton? What part of the Hampton Roads area you're in right now?
Hey, bro, I am in Hampton. I'm actually going to headed to dinner right now, LA dinner. My wife was taking out my daughter's braids. So we headed out to Cheddar's. It's dark. I'm in the car. I'm several shots into some Buffalo Trace, which is amazing. I don't know if you've ever had Buffalo Trace, but Buffalo Trace is my shit. Anyhow, I just want you guys to know, like, I am a firm believer of Mr. Rope. And I do believe, man, like, seriously, like, we're going to have a dilemma that we don't think about. Like, we're going to have the dilemma at the end of the season of saying, yo, how much money are we going to pay Geno Smith to be our quarterback for the next 2 years while Klubnik continues to develop and we use these draft picks on something other than a quarterback because we won't need one for the next several years. Because Arch Manning is not going to be in reach, and it's not going to be worth it to take another quarterback. Like, I don't know who that's going to be. Maybe it's going to be Dante Moore. But I really don't know. I don't care. I really believe that we're going to be in the playoffs this year. I do believe that. I'm not just saying that. Like, I really just look at our talent. Like, did you guys see how it was like, I forgot who was it on ESPN, but they rated the Jets as the 12th best skilled players position. Like, that's real, man. Like, I'm not just the only one that's like having some pipe dreams out here. Like, there's people that are legit and get paid to commentate on the Jets and say what they're going to look like, and are saying that the Jets are going to be, they have the 12th best skill position in the game, whereas we were 29th last year or 30th or something crazy like that. And by the way, oh, here's a shirt. I don't know if you can see it, but you know,
Woo-hoo-hoo, let's
we are the
go.
Oh, look
finals.
at that.
JB,
Knicks
baby.
in 5, baby. Knicks in 5.
Hey, baby. Hey,
Let's
you know
go.
what it is. You know what
Oh,
it is.
man.
Hey, man, I love this topic tonight. Hey, and I don't think the captain could be anyone but, you know, our own captain, Mr. Garrett Wilson, bro, because they're both quiet killers. Garrett doesn't like to talk. We try to force him to talk, but we should stop that. Let's not force Garrett to talk about whatever. Garrett is just going out there doing his thing and just mossing dudes at 6 foot, like mossing them, you know? Hey, Kev, it's nice to meet you, bro. I have never met you before, but I like your vibes, bro. Like, it's nice. And I never got to call in on Just for a while. I sometimes check it out in the background because typically Friday nights I'm usually at dinner with my family, which is family time, which is dope, you know. And my daughter's the biggest Brees Hall fan, and I can't wait. Yo, I can't wait to hang out with you, Johnny. It's crazy that we both live in Virginia. We haven't hung
Yeah.
out. Maybe that'll change after we actually meet each other or something like that. Like, you'll be like, yo, all right, I guess I can hang out with this dude now. He's all right. He's actually all
Yo,
right. But,
I mean, bro, you know what time it is, man. I mean, you saw my kid come in here, dude. I got the little ones, bro. That's why it's so.
I do.
And
I do.
so, I want to. So,
I only got one right now, bro. So my other one is grown, so I don't even have to worry about that.
but look,
he
man,
actually has more kids than me.
But you're talking about some cheddars. I might have to meet you up at Cheddar's, bro. I love cheddars, dude.
Bro,
That
I
French
love
onion
cheddar
soup,
too.
French onion soup is the truth.
Hey.
Listen,
So-
Devin,
For real.
two things, Devin. Two things.
Yes, sir.
One, big ups to you for the Buffalo Trace, because that's the stuff, man. That is
Great.
definitely the drink of choice. Number two, for you getting out of that Uber, because that guy had a Giants thing on his headrest.
Hey,
So-
that was this one. That was my Uber driver right here.
All right. Well,
Wait
That's
a
my
minute.
Uber driver right there.
Wait a minute.
She's a Giants fan, diehard. I don't hate the Giants, but you know, we're driving in my car, and my headrest is the Jets, and hers is the Giants.
Well,
And she's usually in the passenger seat, but like I said, I'm several shots into the Buffalo Trace, so
all right.
I can't be driving tonight. So
Listen, I hate the Giants.
Into my
So
car.
I hate our
Why?
roommates. I hate our roommates.
But we're
I don't want to be in
New
a
York,
state. I don't want to be in a stadium with them. No, thank you. Sorry. No.
NY for life. NY for life, bro. I can't say nothing about that. I'm NY for life, man.
Hey, DNY for life. You know I got love for you, man. So I'm gonna say
absolutely.
this with all due respect, all right?
Go ahead, brother.
Fuck the Giants, all right? I can't stand them motherfuckers, dude.
I didn't want to say it, Johnny, but yes.
Hey, you can say with all due respect, right? I mean, I'm being respectful.
Hey,
Yeah.
but they did beat the Patriots for us twice.
They did.
I'm saying
You're right.
that counts.
That's the only time that I rooted for them, and I was like, let's go. So,
Bro, when
But-
they broke that quick story, I was living in Albany, New York, when they broke that 19 and 0, and it was like 19 and 1, I guess, I actually broke a wall. I was so freaking happy. Like, I slapped the wall so hard that it broke. I was just like, I wasn't even trying to do that, but like, I was in my boy's crib too. It was crazy. I had to go back and patch it, but it's all good. But
yo, you could get away with saying, with all due respect, with a lot of shit. Like, if wifey's upsetting you, with all due respect, just remember that, all right? You're safe.
oh man, my wife is dope, bro. I got a dope wife. You guys will meet her at the tailgate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you'll meet her at the tailgate. She's
Can't
awesome,
wait.
bro. She's actually more of a Jets fan right now because the Giants have pissed her off so much that she's just actually rocking with the Jets. And my daughter is loving the Jets right now. Yo, quick story. So my daughter's first game ever going to the Jets game was that Garrett Wilson catch against the Texans.
Wow.
Where he caught the ball in the end zone, and we actually won that game. And then that same year, I went to a Dolphins game, and we lost that game. And she was like, "That's because I didn't go."
True story, man.
Hey, man, but I love it, man. I just appreciate you guys putting me on.
course.
You know what I'm saying? I love your show, man. I love you guys. Snowball, I met you last year, although
Yes,
you
man.
you couldn't come to the game, but I did meet you at the
Yeah,
at the
at the
takeover.
dinner before. Yes.
Yeah, man. It was dope meeting you, bro. And I just love the energy, man. Kev, I hope I get to meet you, bro.
Yeah, nice
Like,
to meet you, Evan.
that would be dope, man. Like, that'd be dope. But I
Hell
hope
yeah.
you guys have a great night.
He'll be there for the Browns game.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I go
are?
to
You
every
gonna
game.
be there?
I go to every home and away
Every
game.
game.
So if you're
Oh,
going to a
nice.
game, you let me know.
Yeah, he
man,
goes
I'm gonna be
to
there with the
every.
BG and we're just World Takeover.
He goes
Yes.
to every home game and away game. He's been doing it for years, man. That's how
Oh, wow.
diehard this dude is.
And the
Like,
draft.
Hey,
he's
respect,
there
bro.
going to see the New York Jets getting blown out in an opposing freaking
Yeah.
stadium.
Yo, bro, that's respect, bro. That is much respect to you, brother. But
That's
you know what?
diehard.
We got the Knicks. At least we got the Knicks.
We're
You know what I'm
champions.
saying?
Right.
We know what that feeling is, and I feel like that's gonna bleed over to the Jets. That's why we're gonna make the playoffs.
You
You
need
know what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I'm gonna get off of here. My server just got here, so
All right.
hey, appreciate you guys putting me on.
See
Hey,
you
I'm
later,
gonna
brother.
keep checking out in the background, but like, you guys have a great evening.
Hey,
And let's have some of Buffalo Trace tonight, bro.
give us a Jets chant inside of Chutters. Let them know. Hold on, let me put you full
You know
screen.
what? You know what? Here we go. Jets, 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 Jets. Everybody quiet. They all quiet. Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5.
Woo! Let's go!
Everybody quiet. They quiet. They like, what
Everybody
is he
turned
doing?
around.
Everybody quiet. Hey, look at this is crazy. Look at that. My server right there. She's dying. Hey, I'm on a show right now. And Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5. JB. Hey, see the shirt? Y'all see the shirt? Knicks in 5.
Oh my
Hey.
God.
Hey, Knicks in 5. Hey. Y'all see that?
Devin, that was the ultimate
Everybody got
recovery. Ultimate recovery.
That is amazing. Yo, the whole restaurant got quiet, yo.
That was awesome. Hey, just to let you know, we're cutting that piece, and that is going to be on Jets Worldwide forever now. All right.
Yo, it's
Everybody
all good,
quiet.
bro. It's all good. Yo, do you hear how quiet it got in here just now?
Yes, we
No,
did.
my daughter is like embarrassed. I embarrassed my daughter. She's embarrassed.
Just
Hell yeah.
duck and cover. Duck and
Yo.
cover. That was it.
It's so good. Can I have a root beer, please?
Later, brother. Be good, man.
Yo, all right, man. Y'all good.
Devin, have a good night. Thank you, Devin.
That was awesome. Oh my gosh.
Did you see that lady's face that
Oh,
snaps?
so
What the hell did you just do?
covered it up well though. He rebounded very quickly. That was impressive.
Hey, Knicks in 5, baby. That's all you got to say. Knicks in 5, and you win.
That's
game over.
almost as good as with all due respect.
Exactly. If he would have started with that, hey, everybody, with all due respect, Jets, Jets.
I thought he was gonna like whisper. I didn't think he was going all out. That was
Oh, he
impressive.
went.
Can't wait to
full
meet.
bore.
Hell yeah. Well, with that being said, let's bring on another one. Our guy, Derek. Derek,
Yeah,
how can you top that call?
can't do it, man. That's a tough job to follow. So shout out to Devin. That was probably the greatest Jets chant I've ever seen on a live Jets show.
Hell,
Shout out to you, Devin. That was awesome, man.
that was
Absolutely
amazing.
awesome.
Amazing. What's going on, man? So what was your
Not
thoughts
much.
on the topic at hand tonight? And Derek, Kevin, Derek, Juicy
Kevin.
Jet
Nice
podcast.
to meet you,
You
Derek.
get a chance, go check him out, man. Go hit the sub.
Will do.
My man's doing really good work over there. But
Hell yeah.
what was your thoughts on tonight's topic?
I think that there's a lot of optimism surrounding the building. I checked out the first episode of Flight 26 today. It seems like there's just a different energy like around the building, and I love Devin's point when he brought up like I understand like some of the skepticism on HE in the upcoming year. You know, no interceptions, the only team in NFL history to lose 5 straight games by 23 or more points. But I feel like just with the energy around the building and with this coaching staff, I feel a lot more confident in than anything. I'm very excited about the defense. I think we're actually going to have ourselves a chance to stay in a lot of these games. And you know, at this time of year, every team's 0-0 right now. You know, so I just feel like there's more reason to be optimistic than not. I'm very excited. I hope Braylon Allen can have a bounce back year this year. That hit he took in that Dolphins game last year was really dirty, man.
Yeah.
I get that's football, and I love Mika. I think Mika was the one that delivered it, but I think that this might be the best roster on paper of a Jets team that I've followed in quite some time. So I just kind of wanted to gather your guys' thoughts on what might be your most favorite aspect coming into this upcoming season, whether it be the offense or defense or special teams.
Kev, take it away.
Well, I think to your original point about like the optimism, it feels like when you look around the room, there's a lot of people that have played football for a long time and know what they're doing. It's like we're surrounded by adults now. This is not like we're not messing around anymore. When you have guys like Minka, you mentioned Demario Davis, like Gino, like that brings so much a different energy. You got Frank Reich, who knows what he's doing from an offensive coordinator perspective. I think for me though, I need to see points so badly. So based on the skill position players, I'm so optimistic about what this offense could be. I am not the biggest Geno guy though. Like he burned me 10 years ago or whenever he was here.
Yeah.
So he's the big piece of who's he going to be? Is he going to be Geno in Seattle when he threw for 4,000 yards? Or is he going to be Geno of last year that crumbles, throws picks, all that kind of stuff?
I like it.
You know, if you ask Jet fans, right, you know, the temperature in the room, it varies from day to day and from week to week. If you would have asked about the Jets a week and a half ago, right, it was pretty much split right down the middle, right, with, you know, positive and negative. Then once the Geno news came out, right, the temperature changed and people were like, oh, you know, F the Jets, same old Jets, you know, it's supposed to be the off season, it's supposed to be quiet. And now, you know, we're chirping all over the place, all over the news. You know, Geno's not worth it. He's a bum. You know, he's arrogant. He's this, he's that. You know, he's bad news. We shouldn't have taken him. But if you go back a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, you know, it was more positive. The most positive aspect of this team coming into the season is it is the second year of Aaron Glenn. Right. And for me, you don't hear, and you're not going to hear it. You're not going to hear it from the players, but the vibe seems to be that all the players are behind him. Right. They like the culture. They like the attitude that he brings, and he is consistent. Right. And I was watching a bunch of like interviews with former players and stuff. I was watching the Chad Pennington interview that they did with the Jets. And I was watching an old interview, a real old interview with Wesley Walker, who's going to be on the show, by the way, next week. So if you haven't heard that, we're gonna have Wesley Walker on the show July 3rd. That's next week, 7:30 p.m. It's a call-in show. So if you want to speak to Jets legend Wesley Walker next week, please tune in and do that. But they both said the same thing. They both said consistency with culture and team, right? So I think that's a big thing. So my optimism is in I am an AG supporter, and I do believe that he is setting the stage the correct way with the players and what he is laying down for them to believe in. So optimism high with the AG culture.
Yeah, Derek, I think for me, I mean, you've seen the show. You've been a supporter of us for a while, so you've seen that I am as optimistic as they come because I have to be, right? Because if I wasn't, I would be fucking drinking Buffalo Trace
in a restaurant doing the Jets chant.
Doing the, you know, so, but at the same time, this year, you see the talent. You know, the line is solid.
Yeah.
And it's another year of these guys together. We got book and ends right now, okay? And I fucking love it. You know, you got let me tell you the offense really quickly. And you tell me, how does this sound for you? You got Garrett Wilson, A.D. Mitchell that you hope could take that wide receiver too. You got a guy that just came off of a natty and Omar Cooper, okay? You got Mason Taylor, did great over there with LSU. You got Sadiq, which is a game changer. Brees Hall just got paid. He's fucking happy. Okay. You got Braylon Allen that just went ahead and looks like a fucking Derrick Henry. Can he be Derrick Henry for us? God willing, man. God willing. Okay. That's your offense right now. And then you got Geno Smith.
Oh, hold on.
Worldwide Jet Setter, welcome aboard.
We just got a gifted membership from the Nick Shine Show. Yeah. And that went
Nick.
Ricky, New York, live. Thank you, Nick. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. But yeah, I mean, shout out to our guy Nick, man. If you guys are not, the Nick Shine Show this Sunday, big show. Go check it out. He is having Kenny O on there. But I have to say, like, I'm excited, you know. And Kev, you hit it right there where it needed to be hit on. There's adults finally here. You know, the Demario Davis. You think any of that like bullshit that was going around in that locker room before is gonna fly with Demario Davis? No, it already was happening. You had a fucking guy in Harrison Phillips that came in and was talking about truculent, cancerous, and all this crap that was going in the locker room. You know, so these guys want to win, and you actually got players in here that have won before as well. So the hope is that all of that translate into the season. But Aaron Glenn, as much as I'm trying, like I have been on Aaron Glenn, he is a giant question mark this upcoming season because he needs to prove it at him and Muji. I'm not just gonna put Aaron Glenn by himself because at the end of the day, they both were 3 wins last year. That was it.
Yeah.
But all the shit that they've done and were able to do with the Jets and whatever, it's only 3 wins. They got a lot to prove, man. And if anything, build off what you saw with the New York Knicks. You saw a fucking state of New York come together. I mean, Kevin is talking about a burning bus. Like it's just like regular shit. And everybody was together and chanting. You know, like I've always said it, man. When you win in New York, New Jersey, the tri-state area, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it out there in the world, you know, and you saw it yesterday. Anybody that's been watching the World Cup, that Ecuador versus Germany game, nobody gave Ecuador a fucking chance at all. They were like, there's no way. That's it. Pack your bags. That whole stadium was packed, full of a lot of the Ecuadorians there. You imagine that shit's all green and white, and we're winning to go in advance into the next rounds in the playoffs?
No, I can't imagine. I literally cannot imagine it.
It's just something for me, man, that I'm just like, when is it? When is it going to finally be us? And I feel like they're building it the right way. You know, they're getting the guys that you're just like, holy shit. For a very long time, we were told that we can't get people to come to play for the New York Jets. We're not going to get coaches that are going to want to come over here. Last time I remember, Alfredo Roberts was a guy that a lot of people fucking wanted. Nobody talking about him like that. Dunbar, I mean, he could have fucking picked whoever the fuck he wanted to pick. You know, the question mark is Frank, supposedly. But as an offensive coordinator, I think he's done pretty well. So it'll be intriguing to see how all of that translate into the season that's up and coming. And yeah, you have to be optimistic, man. This is probably the most talented Jets team that we've had since I mean, wait, with Chad Pennington and all of them, you know? I don't know.
I hope you're right. You know, we were talking about adults in the room, and Cisco Lopez loves adults in the room. Jets are a serious team now. Nick Shine, show producer.
I think if you want to be considered a serious team, like think about Johnny Boy, what you were just saying about the Germany game. If you want to be a serious team, it's time to start winning divisional games. We will never even sniff the playoffs if we continue going 1-5 in the division, 0-6 in the division. Like the Dolphins, they have almost nothing on their roster right now. If you compare roster to roster, we should blow them out of the water. For some reason, we haven't beaten them in Miami in like 10 years, which is crazy. So, and then you got to steal one. Like, you can't consider yourself a serious team if you don't start playing better against the Bills and the Patriots. So that's where I'm looking right away when I think about what this season could become. It's how do we do in the division right off the bat?
Yeah, I love that a lot. Because even if say we're like borderline, we're 8-8, we're 9-8, or we're hovering 500 for the most part of the season. You don't really want to be a wild card team going on the road against all these AFC quarterbacks, which is a very daunting gauntlet. So that is a great point, Kevin. I think because I feel like that should be most NFL teams' goals. Like win your division because you're guaranteed a top 4 seed if you do that, and then you get to host a home game. And to JB's point, I couldn't even imagine that atmosphere in MetLife if they ever got to host a home game. I can't remember the last time they have.
2002.
2002. That was it. Yeah.
A long time.
41-0. It was awesome. We won.
Yeah, I think. And Frank Reich has mostly had a top 15 offense since he's been in the NFL. And the Jets are the only team in NFL history to go a decade straight since 1970 with a bottom 10 offense. And I think when you inject all the offensive talent that JB was bringing into, I even if like you don't like say you have your doubts against AG, which is totally fair. I definitely do too, because at some point you got to start winning games. But at least if you look at Muji, I hope they're not tight at the hips, because when you look at Muji, and I love that we got Omar Cooper. We traded ahead of the Bills to get him. Love that. And that's a third player you have on a 5th-year option. And we got 3 firsts for next year. So that's going to be 6 players minimum that you get for the next 4 to 5 years and 2 pillar tackles. I'm going to let you guys get some other callers on. Thank you so much for the time. I love you guys. Kevin, you're the man. I'm going to have to tune into your show, brother. Be sure to drop in the link. Snowball, Johnny Boy, chat. Thank you so much for the time. JETS, Jets. Let's go.
Derek, brother man.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Dude.
And as he goes out, listen, just props to Nick Shine again for dropping a $5 super chat. I think this one is towards you, Johnny. You said you've been on Aaron Glenn. You're his Rossini?
Fuck yeah. I would do a lot. Shit. Well, let's bring him on. I asked him earlier. He's wearing probably the most ugliest shirt I've ever seen in my entire life. It is fucking hideous. But, I got a lot of love for this guy.
Can we do a double shot, Johnny? Can we do a double shot?
Double shot of love?
A double shot of love?
You remember that show? Anybody remember that show? Or am I fucking aging myself right now?
I think you're just telling people the obscure shows that you watch.
True. Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring both of them guys on. Here.
Double shot. Boom, boom.
Bam. Coach Afram in the building. All right. Coach, I asked you earlier to call in when we had it in, right? Because I really found your comparison really intriguing. So the floor is yours. Let me know why'd you make that comparison and let everybody know what I'm talking about.
I mean, hey, fellas. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Afram? Hey, guys.
How you doing, Coach?
Great. Love the show. Great job. Super excited for next Friday also. I was starting with the number 5 comparison. It was a 5 versus 5. You're talking about playing with heart, wanting to win.
Coach,
silent.
Hold on 1 sec. I think you're they're dying on you because you have the it's making the frog things.
Yeah, switch over to your laptop speakers. There you go.
The non-frog speakers.
Yep.
There we go. All right,
now you're good.
I'm in the middle of I'm in the end of finishing dinner. Number 5, right? Both of them are wearing number 5. Easy comparison on that one, right? I also think the silent but deadly killers here. I mean, Garrett Wilson is a workhorse, right? He's working.
Coach, we still got burps coming in.
Oh no! Well, it could be my
All right.
pasta. All right. It could be dinner.
Hey, it looks good.
That looks really good.
Is that a 5-hour sauce?
It's 40. I've been on the show, so it's that long.
Okay.
Whatever. All right, let me go quick. Garrett Wilson, silent but deadly killer, right? That's my comparison. And then I just want to also add, AG has attracted players and coaches because of his reputation. I think the way that our fans are crapping on him because the last year's poor showing is different from the respect that he has earned over his entire playing, scouting, coaching career. So I think from the outside perspective, my heart is telling me that this dude has the locker room. This dude has respect, can attract talent, and Muji's obviously, and his team, whether that's AG included or not, they're dealing. They're doing well. Obviously, as you guys said, it's going to come down to what we see on the field. AG is going to get that as his resume builder. It isn't going to be an immediate Muji thing. Muji's resume builder is 2 to 3 years from now, and that's just traditional NFL roster construction. That the Justin Fields gets shit on for last year. AG gets shit on for the current team, but Muji can't be shit on yet because he doesn't. We don't really know how his players develop. So those are my couple of points. And if I have bad audio, maybe I'll just go back to YouTube and listen to you fellas and enjoying everything about it. And I would say make avocados for $1 as well. I'm a California dude, so come on, we gotta get.
Never gonna happen, Coach. Never gonna happen.
Hey, Coach. I just want to let you know that I really hope you have rosaries, some holy water, and let's just say a couple Hail Marys for you while you're over there, because that sounded very scary.
You got demons.
There's demons coming out of there somewhere.
I'm a Jets fan. What do you expect?
But Coach, I agree with you. You know that this podcast has been a big supporter of AG, and we still feel like he's getting rammed, and it's bullshit. Now I think we all can agree that we are going to be a lot more critical of this upcoming season if you do not see a drastic change, and it's warranted, because you're not going to be sipping the fucking Kool-Aid forever. You can't. We want to win, but I also don't believe that it's just Glenn. I think it's both. And Kev, like we were saying a little bit earlier, I really think it is that they're married at it together. And I think that if one goes, they both go, so I don't think they're going to go next year, regardless. If I'm being honest with you, he's going to be here because you don't want to see the shit going all over again. And if given time, he thinks of what's going on with this coach, kind of to what you were talking about of picking up a quarterback. Are you going to want a coach that's going to not give any kind of input to be able to pick his own quarterback?
Yeah.
That should be the thing that brings in that, right? Is shit, you got those 3 picks and I get to pick a quarterback with that. And I still have 3 other ones to do. So I don't know, man. He has a lot to prove this year. And I think he's going to do it. And I think he's going to show everybody. And I think he's humbled himself enough this upcoming already so far that people are starting to really see like, oh shit, okay, maybe it was just a lot. Maybe he was dealing with so much bullshit that was going on. And it took maybe a Harrison Phillips to step up and speak what everybody thought was going on in that locker room, but nobody had the fucking balls to do it. And it took Harrison Phillips to really say that, because Aaron Glenn is the type of coach that will take all the bullets for his players and won't let them get any type of shade or anything. Because I tell you this much, I don't know if you guys have saw it, but Sauce, his last interview, and he kind of was shitting on the New York Jets. And he was talking trash about the Jets. So, was he one of those players that was truculent, cancerous? I don't know.
Listen.
Worldwide Jet Setter, welcome aboard.
And Cisco Lopez strikes again. Thank you, Cisco. He gifted 5 Jets Worldwide Jet Setter memberships. They went to, I don't know if this is Belay 66, Craig Wilton down in Australia, Tom Stokes Ryder and Talon's Pa, New York Jets 2824, and William Sprague 5936. You've all become Jets Worldwide Jet Setters. And we have another one. So I'm trying to play the sound and it's not coming through.
Worldwide Jet Setter, welcome aboard.
That's it. And Nick Shine got on board and became a Jets Worldwide Jet Setter himself. So thanks, Nick. Thank you for becoming a channel member. All right, on with the show.
Hell yeah. So Kev, and we'll get Afram's take in a moment. You hear that from me, right? And what am I saying? Am I going too deep on the deep end on that, or do I have any kind of, backing to stand on that? I feel like I do though.
No, yeah, I think you're spot on. I mean, for me, like, I want Aaron Glenn to be the best coach we've ever had. Like, to have a guy who played for the team and then come back and want to be the Jets head coach when a lot of people didn't, like, we should be supporting that guy. And I think one thing that Coach said about how players have the respect for him, I listened to Nashawn Wright's interview when he first joined the team, and he only got paid $5 million when he just made the Pro Bowl, so he could have probably made more. But he said, I had a 30-minute call with Aaron Glenn, and I was sold. And I was like, that's the kind of stuff that a guy that commands that kind of respect and that reputation you were talking about, Coach, I think makes a big difference. So I really want him to work out. It's really just, let's see it happen on the field on Sundays. That's the big question.
Senior Afram, welcome. Long time no see.
Yeah.
Pacho Verde lives, baby.
Pacho Verde lives. Yes.
Where did our pictures go, Afram? How come it's not on the board anymore?
It's a temporary thing, It's building up. It's building up. I got to make room.
Man?
I got to make room.
What the hell?
They only come temporary when because I got to take them off when my wife comes downstairs. It's just
She
picked all those pictures. She made all those pictures. I just put them up. I have no say in anything really in this life.
Did you put the naked pictures of us, me and Johnny?
Yeah,
you put those up.
I know Johnny sends them out, so that's a different story.
All right,
but
they're my Christmas cards to everybody. You're welcome.
A certain part of his body, though. All right, Afram, how do we fix the Jets?
Well, let's talk to Johnny's point. Now, I can't agree with you with the Muji thing that stuck to the hips, because now they have another voice in the background that no one really talks about at all, and that's Spielman. And I think Spielman talks to Woody right now, because you don't hear anything from the other two guys that control the money and all that. If AG doesn't do it with the plays he has now, you can't blame that on Muji and get rid of him. That's like Dolan getting rid of Rose because Thibodeau couldn't put him to over the top, right? Now, AG has to learn from the biggest mistake he's done, the same that Salah did, was they didn't come in as a head coach. What brought them there? And that's their defensive knowledge. We compliment about all these other teams that have get an offensive coordinator, offensive guy, because he's calling the plays. So he should have just taken the lead and called the defensive plays and get a good should have gotten a veteran head coach, veteran OC, whoever, someone with some years, not a new guy. But do we know if he was able to get anybody at that time? Remember, you're coming to the Jets. It's not like you're getting on a tremendous cruise line that everyone wants to get on.
Well, I do.
Yeah. But I think he humbled himself, and I think if he calls the defense and lets the game come to him, I think he could get a lot better as a head coach, because he knows he made a lot of mistakes.
Yep.
Okay. And so he just needs to do what he knows best. Let Reich do what he knows best. Let your coaches do what they know best. And then you hope for the best. They need wins. That's the thing. Need continuity, which they've gotten now with their O-line. They built some continuity. If they can build some continuity with the defensive line, you hope with Dunbar and the secondary. Your continuity is still with the special teams for the most part until we finalize a kicker. I'm optimistic. I think they, with Gino there, I think they're going to fling that ball. Whether he makes mistakes or not, he's got a good offensive line, better than what he had last year. He's got players better than what he had last year.
Right.
He's got a coach that will not call plays that no one else knows. So there's a lot of positivity. So I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that he does well because I'm tired. I see we have a revolving door with head coaches and GMs. It's got to stop at some point.
Remind me of what Thibodeau did with the Knicks before he got the axe.
As far as
where did he take the team?
Took him to the Eastern Finals.
Okay. So if hindsight's always 2020, right? So we know what happened, right? They give him the axe, they bring Brown in, and they win it all, right? But how many people were like, why are the Knicks getting rid of Thibodeau? Go ahead, coach. Go ahead. Say it.
I said the same thing. Why get rid of this guy? He's improving the team every year. This is silly until the results showed up.
Right. So a lot of people were not happy with what happened, and then we learned, right? And then we learned. So who's to say the whole show tonight has been can the Jets follow the Knicks? So is this just like, is this foreshadowing for what's going to happen with the Jets season this year? I don't know. We could all be sitting here and going, damn, remember that show that Jets Worldwide had where everyone's like, damn, AG took us to the playoffs, and then they gave him the axe and they brought in insert head coach, like
KOC.
We'll see yeah, right.
I think we're back at the same discussion we had last year. It's an unknown again.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
But at least we have some more optimism than we had last year, because last year we didn't know anybody that was on that team for the most part. No quarterback. We weren't very optimistic about the quarterback. We were hoping that something would happen, but the wide receiver group was not there. The defensive group we thought was there, but evidently the coaching wasn't there. So listen, I think they're getting accolades all over the place that they're making smart moves. No one's really complaining. It's not over yet. There'll be cuts. We might pick up somebody here or there. We don't know, because no leaks coming out of that one Jets drive over there. So I'm optimistic. I'm cautious a little bit because we want to see if he doesn't revert back to his old ways. That's the one thing you gotta look after. It's easy to say one thing, but if he reverts back to his old ways because that's what he feels is right, it can be disastrous.
So Afram, Coach Kevin Snowball, like for me last year, one of the things that I kept talking about was, is the lack of veterans going to affect this team? And I was somebody that was championing a Sauce to be that, veteran voice, right? I was championing for Garrett to be that other voice, to where I think Garrett is one of the voices that stepped up when needed to, but he did it, behind closed doors. I don't think Sauce ever wanted to be that. I think because when we had Antoine here, Antoine gave me the biggest surprise, and he told us that DJ Reed was the voice of one of the leaders that was there. And I was like, holy shit, CJ Mosley was supposed to be one of those, but he got hurt and he was out. So this year, them bringing in the guys like a Harrison Phillips, like a Demario Davis, I can name a little bit some more if I really wanted to, but I feel like, they're not going to let it get to that point. Bart Scott said it at one point where they started to have this like losing games that they were losing back to back, which was two. He took the team, I think it was him and Jim Leonard, if I'm not mistaken, and said, "Hey, what the fuck is going on, guys? We're better than this. We should not be losing the way we are. We need to regroup, get ourselves better, and we need to do something." And I think you have that now with this team. And I think that AG, being a guy that played the sport, knows it, is going to allow some of these vets to be able to do that, have some voices in the locker room to get some of these young bucks straight. Like, no, losing should never be okay. You fucking missing on a tackle should never be okay. Like, you want somebody to be on their ass when somebody messes up. Maybe that's old school of me, and some people say and fight me that that's not the way anymore because that doesn't do it. But I think accountability is something that needs to still be there. And you should hold these individuals that are getting paid these millions of dollars to a higher standard that is the NFL pro teams that we have in the NFL. I just, and I see it with these guys this year. I mean, maybe it's fucking highlight bullshit that I'm seeing from AD Mitchell grabbing all this stuff, but it's getting me excited. I'm not gonna lie. I think he wants to be better. So I don't know.
You got to keep in mind it's a hard sell for even the players because a lot of those guys that are no longer with the team or with the team for several years and losing constantly, they didn't see anything changing. So it's hard to change people's mind because they probably just want to get out of there, and which they did. They got him out of there. If you look at the draft, all of those guys come from winning programs.
100%.
That makes a difference. Now, none of the dead weight is there anymore. None of the negativity is there anymore. You brought back DeMario. He's got a winning attitude. Minka as well. You need guys like that to keep the young guys in check and make them understand, this is what we got to do. We got to work hard, make it happen. And that's how you build a culture. You can't let anyone bring anyone else down. You all got to be up and ready to put yourself on the front line and make it happen. And let's see if it happens.
I think the common denominator between everyone is optimism, but it's cautious optimism.
Yeah.
So, we're all happy where the team is going, but we don't know where it's going. So It looks like everything's trending upwards, needles pointing up, everything's going in the right direction.
It's the unknown,
Johnny, you talked
man.
about it. You talked about it last year, right? Who has the most amount of pressure on them in the coaching staff, right? And who'd you say had the most amount of pressure on them?
I kept saying it was Tanner.
Yeah.
I kept saying Tanner, and everybody was like, no, I didn't say, I said Wilkes.
You said Wilkes.
I said Wilkes. And the reason why I said Wilkes was because he was that veteran. Right. He was that voice of veteran. I mean, look, AG was the rookie going in. He was going to look to Wilkes to be like, yo, you've had this and everything, where I think it should have been what it is right now, where there should have been a Brian Duker type of DC there. And just to Afram's point, where you let AG do what he does best is coach up the defense. And that's what he's more worried about. Still has a say, of course, on all the shit that he needs to say as a head coach. But shit, it's your first time around trying to figure everything out. You're trying to figure out where are the bad seeds in this giant bucket that you need to get rid of, because if you don't get rid of them, it's going to fuck up the entire bucket. I'm sorry for cursing so much. I get so passionate when it comes to this damn team, man. But
with all due respect,
we can't.
Don't make excuses. You just like to curse, period.
I do. But I just, again, like this, the fact of the matter is, it's been 15 years, no playoffs. It's been over 10 years with no freaking winning season. Something has to change. Okay. And then this upcoming year, I already asked it. Who has the more pressure on them?
So can we wrap up the show with this question and go around the horn with this one?
Well, we do have a super chat that we have saved up here. That it is. I mean, everybody here, I believe, is a Knicks fan.
Yes.
Okay, so this will definitely be one to answer towards.
Okay.
But let's answer this one question, Stonewall. So, what's the question?
Yeah. Who has the most amount of pressure on them in the coaching staff?
Kevin?
I mean, for me, it's Aaron Glenn. He has the hottest seat of any coach in the NFL, I think, right now. Yeah, can't have 3 wins again. You cannot.
Coach?
I agree with Kevin. I mean, it's clearly AG with AG's coaching staff. So any of them stumble, it's going to be a reflection on him. And many of us also thought that the Steve Wilkes hire of a prior head coach, like the Frank Reich hire, was a solid move in year one. I mean, well, whether we agreed with his defensive schemes or not, and that turned out to be a disaster, there were a lot of things that sort of made sense. So this is it. This is the reload of the coaching staff, and AG owns all of it.
Okay. Afram?
AG, without a doubt. This is his last hurrah, in essence. You know.
And just to be different, I'm going to say Frank Reich.
So Snowball, we're on the same level. To me, it's Frank.
Yep.
It's Frank Reich. Frank Reich has the tenure of being a head coach and an OC and being able to bring some type of stability into these organizations and what he's been brought in from before. So,
and if you say who has the most amount of talent, right? Who's got the bigger bucket of talent? For me, it's Reich. Yeah, for me, it's Reich. So you got Garrett Wilson, you got A.D. Mitchell, you got Brees Hall, you got the offensive line is all intact, right? Whatever. If he can't produce with this, then what the hell's going on, right? Like there might be a lot of question marks. I understand that there might be some like rookies in second year for Mason Taylor, or so on and so forth, follow suit, but. People throughout the entire night have been saying that this is probably the most talented roster that they've seen the Jets have in quite some time. So when you think about all the offensive weapons that this team has, Frank Reich being the guy who he is and the tenure that he has and the amount of coaching that he's been through, right? Granted, AG does have experience being the DC with Detroit and all that stuff, and being the scout and being with the Saints and all this. Like, they both have tenure. But for me, it's Frank Reich. But again, that was me just being devil's advocate and playing the other side because everyone else was going the other direction. So I don't know. In no way, shape, or form should you hold that against me because it's my damn show, so I can do whatever the hell I want. Anyway,
Snowball, look, I'll say it. I'll stand firmly on it. Yeah, it's Frank for me. And if that's exactly what's going to be my answer. He has the most talent on this team. With AG and what he's doing with the defense was so shitty last year. It can't get any worse.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say that as a Jets fan. We
Knock
have
on wood.
to stop. We have to stop with the extreme. It can't get any worse because every year they're like,
it gets worse.
You thought
all
that
right,
was bad?
let's rephrase it. Then Coach would say, it's bound to get better.
It should, right?
Okay.
Right, to Kevin's point, he can't have another 3-win season. And Derek, I see you in the chat. We're starting 3-0, dude. That's what's going to happen here.
I believe that.
And people are going to be like, who are these guys? And whether we falter or not, it's going to be about not building the culture, but converting a culture into a winning culture. And you can't do that without the wins. You can form a team. You can have those players play for each other and have them do their thing. You could put them in a great position, but if the wins don't come, you don't get a winning culture.
Yeah, true.
Who brought in Reich?
Snowball.
AG.
He said don't hold it against him.
So just remember that. That's his second offensive coordinator.
Yeah, but it's his best pick.
That'll make a difference. It's his pick. Just like we were happy with Joe Douglas, but he just didn't nail the quarterback. You don't nail that, you're out. You could do everything everything else good. You didn't nail the quarterback, you're done.
Well, who else was going to bring him in though? Who else was going to bring Reich in? It had to be Aaron Glenn. Yeah, had to be him. So live by the sword, die by the sword. That's it.
Spielman could have brought him in.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, Spielman could have brought him in.
So
let's not go by his age either. That he's forgotten the game, because there's a 69-year-old head coach in Kansas City who coaches up that offense and does a pretty damn good job out there scheming things. All right. And the last time we had 10 wins was another 63-year-old offensive coordinator in Chan Daly. So remember that as well.
What do you think McCarthy's going to do in Pittsburgh?
I don't know, but he's 62, so he should do well.
That's what I was thinking.
Hey, Kev. So ISU says, so we've been talking about this might be the most talented, offense that we've seen in a while. But ISU hits you back and says Moss, Coles, Corbett, Martin, Pennington, Beck. Compared to this year's, which is Garrett, AD, Cooper, right? Gino, Brees, Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think from my perspective, like there's so many unknowns on our offense right now. Like Cooper's a rookie. We'll see how he does. Sadiq's a rookie. We'll see how he does. Mason Taylor's in his second year. We don't know yet. So I think there's a lot up in the air, but we are very optimistic about what this offense can be. We know Brees is good. We know Garrett's good. We know our offensive line is really good. I go back to like 2015. I thought those weapons that we had on offense were awesome. You look at Brandon Marshall, Eric Decker, Chris Ivory. They won us games. I mean, Fitzpatrick was breaking records for the Jets with just tossing the ball as high as he could in the air. It was great.
I hate that dude, Kevin, so much, man.
But then
it hurts me. So I'm sorry, Kevin. Keep going.
Well, he gave me the best season we've had in 10 years. So I was okay with him at the time until 2016, obviously.
Until the 6 picks?
The 6 picks in Kansas City. It was tough.
That's 10 picks.
And then you go back to 2010. 2010, we had a great skill position group as well. You have Dustin Keller, Braylon Edwards, Santonio Holmes, Jericho Cotchery, Thomas. Well, I think we lost Tomlinson again. We had Tomlinson and we had Sean Green. Mm-hmm. And that offensive line was probably the best offensive line I've ever seen the Jets have.
That was a good offensive line. Very good offensive line.
Yeah. So we've had moments. It's just the quarterback has never been really right.
So basically, we suck with talent and we suck without talent.
We never have the right combination, right?
Yeah.
It's like we get 2 aces, but we can't get the 3 of a kind to make that full house.
Exactly.
You know?
And so guys,
we get 2 pair all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
I'll say Pennington and his prime on this team. Oof. I'll book my Super Bowl tickets now. We got a big question mark there with Gino, and let us hope we enjoy the season with him.
So guys, to end it all, right? We had our guy Dano give us a $5 super chat. He said, once done, can you guys name which New York Knicks players your fellow panelists are to you and why? And who do you identify as a big Josh Hart to you? That's a good question. So he's saying essentially, right, the panel that we hear, who is who on the championship NBA, freaking never gonna take that away from us. Your 2025-2026 champion of an amazing season, the New York Knickerbockers. Well, obviously, this is an easy one for Coach. I mean, he's Tom Thibodeau, see, because he's gone. So, all right.
He just left.
He just left. Like Thibodeau did.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe the sauce was done?
Look at him. Anyways, all right. So, Afram, we'll let you go first. All
I'm
right.
the owner because I'm the oldest one out of all of you guys here. So
That
That's
was going to be my answer.
That's some bullshit. Okay.
hey, well, bullshit or not, that's it. Accept it.
All right. Owners excluded.
Uh,
All
you
right.
just keep changing the rules.
Front office is
right.
excluded. All right. Players.
All right. I'm gonna say I'll start with Kevin. I think Kevin is OG.
I will take that every
Okay.
day of the week.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna give Snowball Cat.
I like that.
Dependable, always there with it. And I'm gonna because you have your Pancho Verde. I'm gonna make you Brunson.
Fuck
All
yeah, baby. Let's go.
Nice.
All right. Kev?
All right, I'll go. I got Snowball. You're going to be Brunson. You're just like crafting some stuff in the back. You're making this show happen, building all the slideware. I love it. Then for Johnny Boy, you're going to be OG. You're the one who Brunson's throwing it up for 3. You're tipping that ball right in. Afram, you are definitely Cat. You're going to come in, be the MVP in the stints that you're on the show, and then you're going to fade into the back, play some solid defense in the chat. I love
And
it.
never get a foul call.
Never get a foul. And then for me, I'm Jose Alvarado. I'm coming in off the bench with some energy, and then I'm just going to dip out, and Wesley Walker is going to take my spot.
All right. I mean,
I'm gonna make Johnny Alvarado.
Johnny Alvarado.
Johnny Alvarado.
There
that's
you
a
go.
good name. That sounds hot.
I think that's hot. I think that's the
so
next.
Sounds sexy.
That's it. That's gonna be.
And coming to New York.
Just coming.
Johnny Alvarado.
Welcome to the stage, Johnny Alvarado. He's gonna pull his pants off. He's gonna have the G-string on. Anyway, Kevin's my Shamit. He's definitely the Shamit. Afram is gonna be my Mitchell Robinson. I think.
I can't make foul shots either. So.
Because I heard that he can't take a free throw. So
no,
that's it. And me, I'm gonna identify as what can I say? I'm gonna be Jordan Clarkson. I'm gonna take Jordan Clarkson because of the veteran. All right. Anyway,
so I'm gonna go ahead and say, Snowball, you're Brunson to me, man. You're there.
Thanks,
you're always fucking. I mean, I'm like my crazy ass ideas, and you're like, you make that shit come to life, man. You're the truth. All right. You are the MVP of Just Worldwide. Afram, I'm gonna have to go ahead and say you are Macau to me. You're very dependable. You're always there, always bringing it when you need it, and you give that little 3-pointer out of nowhere, and your mid-game jumper is on point. Okay.
Wow.
So
I'm about to cry.
All right. And
just
then
dust in your eye.
I'm going to give you Cat to Kev. Okay. Because I have to say that every time you coming on here, man, you bring the zest, baby. You bring the zest. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. Nah, man. Every time you bring it, you bring the toughness. You're not scared to, handle the big questions that get thrown to you, because I feel like a lot of people were throwing some big questions for you, and you didn't back down from that shit. And he didn't back down from Wemby. So he came in when he needed to, and that's that.
He's juicy.
He definitely he is juicy. He is juicy.
I love it.
And for me, man, for myself, look, I come in and I'm going to give you that real good 5 minutes, the best you've ever had. So I am fucking Alvarado all day, every day, baby. Let's go. I'm going to give you that grit. I'm going to talk to you in Spanish. I'm going to just fucking be stupid with it. So there you go, Dano. We definitely did not forget it. And because we had Coach Glick here, so don't think I forgot about you, Coach. He is my Shamit. Okay. He is the guy that when I need to give a 3 and be like, bro, I need you to fucking give us a spark, he always comes in and does exactly that. So, Afram, with that being said, my good sir, any parting words?
No, just July 28th can't come fast enough.
You
No,
ain't telling.
not for me, man.
Yeah, this is going to be a long month.
Well, starting
I'm going to call him because I want to talk to this man.
Yeah,
this is one of the Jet players that turned me on to the Jets in '78. So they was a rookie then, and he's done some. He's just a highlight reel for me.
Well, Afram, put the word out.
Yep.
Jets Worldwide. Make sure to tell them to subscribe. Turn that notification
Subscribe,
on.
everybody. Whether you're a Jet fan or not, just hit the subscribe button. Never come back. Just hit the subscribe button if you don't want. Just don't.
I'm writing Afrin's name down in pen to talk to Wesley Walker.
Yes. So can't wait, man. Afram, we appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me. Kevin, nice seeing you again. Be well. Yep. And we'll see you next Friday.
Oh,
go Jets.
Yeah.
Go
hey,
Jets.
Juicy Jet. Go check out his podcast, Afram.
You got it.
It's awesome. Later, man. All right. Kev, another one in the books. Dude, it's always awesome having you here. I want to get your thoughts. What you think of this idea of trying to do the comparison between the NBA champions, the New York Knickerbockers, again, the NBA champions, the New York Knicks, okay, your NBA champion. You hear that, Jet 71? Your NBA champion, the New York Knicks.
Nah, this was awesome. This was really fun. It was actually very difficult to try to map out who would be who on the Jets, which is really interesting. But I think this is a fun time of year because you can like do some crazy fun topics and ideas because we got 4 weeks, really nothing going on. Knock on wood. Hopefully no one else gets in trouble. But so this was awesome. I had a really great time and always love listening to the two of you. So thank you again for having me.
Hell yeah. You know what?
Always a pleasure.
You know what, Stoneball? Before we do end it, we have to talk about it because I did tell Kevin and he just brought it up and he said not getting in trouble. But we haven't talked about it and we need to talk about it, Snowball. Because you and I haven't even talked about it.
You got in trouble?
Well, not me, but Eugene Smith.
Yeah.
Okay. And this shit that's going on with this baby mama shit, or I don't even know what she is, a side piece that gets no nuggets or what. But Kevin, Snowball, what are your guys' thoughts on all this stuff? Is it really nothing and it's just some lady pissed off because he's essentially seems like he's just like, yo, I'm done with you, like it's over? Or I mean, what is your thoughts on all of this that's essentially coming to light when it comes to Geno Smith?
Well, the scary part is it started off where it seemed like a nothing thing where the police were like, oh, we're not even going to investigate this. This is closed. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, the detectives are now going to start looking at this because he was accused of assault. Now, for me, my instant reaction was 10 years ago, I didn't like Geno Smith because he was so immature. I've never seen someone get on my own team, get punched in the face by a teammate. And we have to sit through what happened, the aftermath of that. So I already was very nervous about Geno coming back here. I know he's matured since, but this put me right back into that zone of, oh, not again. Are you kidding me? Now, we don't really know what happened. We have no clue. We have to wait to see what actually comes of this. But it's not something you want to hear from your starting quarter or about your starting quarterback in the offseason.
No. I'm going to default to you, Johnny, because this is something that I believe, right, you might have. Now, listen, with all due respect, and and your wife is a wonderful woman. I've spoken to her several times, and she is a wonderful lady. But you have a past, and we know that you were when you were younger, you ladies' man, right? And you're familiar with this type of woman, I do believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think you know what I'm about to say, right? She got a little taste of something, right? And then he didn't show any interest anymore in her. And what do? Right? Now you're gonna cause a scene, and now you're gonna light a fire, and you're gonna get revenge. When someone turns their back on you that you want to be with, and you're denied that attention, then you're gonna set a fire. So I think this woman is setting a fire. I think she's trying to take it out on him for some reason, and he was just like, I don't want any part of you anymore. Maybe he realized that she was bad news, and now she's just stoking the fire. So, and the police were just like, you know what? It's a nothing burger. We're done. And she was like, oh no. She goes, you have to do something about this, because now I am pissed off. And they took into account of like who she is and what she said. And they're like, okay, we're going to go through with the investigation. And again, I think it's going to turn out to be a nothing, but they're just going through the motions now, because otherwise the police department, because they dismissed it so quickly, and because it was an assault, she basically accused him of assault. And now if they just brush it to the side, then the police department is going to look bad. So now they're just going through the motions and making sure that they dot every I and cross every T, and they're just going to wind up at the same exact resolution that they came to at the beginning. They're just going to say it's nothing. And that's what I think it is.
So yeah. So to this whole situation that's going on, I think it's I'm done with you, because the car that she was driving was his car, and he's just collecting his shit from the vehicle. Pissed off. What I didn't like about this whole situation is that, first off, I had no idea that Gino had a special needs child. When she brought that and made sure to say that, to bring an innocent individual like that, that right there in itself should tell you a lot about a person. It's not fair. What the hell has the kid ever done to you? First off, okay? I feel like she was really antagonizing the entire situation. Gino was pretty calm in there. So, Kev, to your point, and when you're talking about, the past and what has happened, everybody's had a chick. You've been with a girl that's been crazier than shit, but she has that good. Okay? And what I mean by that good, go look it up, because I ain't going to tell you, because that means obviously you never had that good. And sometimes us dudes get mesmerized by that, and we could kind of oversee all those toxic traits that individuals really do have. I feel like it's wrong for her to, like, I'm pissed off that she brought up the child and said special needs and all that. I'm somebody that has my sister who is a special needs individual. And that's something to me that I don't think it's anybody's business, or anybody should be putting that shit out on blast. It's fucked up, is what it is. And to try to crap on this guy's name to the point where, the child's mother has to get onto social media and put out a statement like, no, Gino has always been there for his kid. He's always been doing this. That, if anything, that speaks volumes to me. There was also 2 charges that were essentially coming down. So yeah, with the assault charges, it will open it back up where you have to get detectives. Anybody that's ever been in Florida and that knows Florida or the Davie County, they take that shit and it's no joke. So the fact that he didn't get arrested, you get a phone call normally and it's about domestic violence, they take the aggressor, which is normally essentially the man, right? Supposedly. And that didn't happen. So I don't think it's anything. I don't think I think it's they're gonna bring light to it. I think once he gets in training camp, Rich is gonna ask him. You know, one of the people are going to ask him what happened. And I just hope again that he uses this as ammunition to say, you know, people are still trying to prey on my downfall. And he fucking balls out for the Jets. You want to keep all this shit and put the shit behind you? Just go ahead and ball out, man. The fact of the matter is, we really don't know the whole entire situation or what's going. A lot of this shit is speculation, you know. But the facts is, he didn't get arrested. There weren't charges put on this guy, and that's it. Is it maybe a distraction? I would think so. I could say yeah, you know, because it's negative shit that we don't want the New York Jets to be in any sort of light when it comes to that. As it is, they've been really flying under the radar, which has been great to see. But again, you know, you see something like this. I mean, the fucking guy has like 50 billion cars. I don't know if any of you guys saw that. I am glad that he was in Florida, because when he had the weapon that he had inside the sink, I don't know if you guys saw that too. I thought he was in Jersey or in New York, and I was like, oh shit, man, he's about to get in. And I thought that's the reason why for the opening up of the investigation. That's where my brain, but then when I realized it was in Florida, I was like, oh, okay. Then, you know, they have that stand your ground law and everything over there. So, but Kevin, I mean, to your point, man, dude, you're right. I mean, it is warranted because of fucking IK punched this dude and broke his jaw, and that derailed the season.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, it put Fitzpatrick in the driver's seat, so it gave us a fun year. But I think we could have been much better with Geno as quarterback. He was getting so much better at that point. So I don't know. We'll see. I think we'll be fine. My guess is this will eventually go away, and you know, we can just march forward. But it's a tough distraction right now.
Good thing it's the dark period,
yeah,
of the season, right?
Yeah,
because if this was training camp, it would have been a different story.
Crazy.
I mean, it's just fucking crazy. Like, this dude gets pulled over, and then they're making trying to fucking make some type of connection between him.
That's another thing that I was going to say. Can you tell me the reason why Geno Smith was pulled over?
No, I can't.
Can you tell me the reason why? What was the police officer's answer to that question? He said, "Why am I being pulled over?" What was his answer? We pull everyone's plates. Oh, really? You pull everybody's plates? Like, just by chance, there happened to be, Geno Smith driving, this type of car, and come on, man, like, Jesus Christ, it's whatever. I'm not even going to get into the whole backstory of what I think is going on there, but that's pretty shitty. Honestly.
Yeah,
Give me a
it is.
break.
It is.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. But again, like, it's making it to something bigger because they're trying to make it to something that it shouldn't fucking be. Okay, people get fucking pulled over all the time for dumb shit like that. Okay, but it's because it's Geno and what's going on. Let's try to connect this some fucking how that this dude has a attitude problem or whatever. I don't know if you guys saw Kev Snowball, but there was also a video of him at a kid's high school coaching shit, and he's like comes out fucking screaming, and he's like, "This is why they pay me the big fucking bucks," and all this stuff, But again, I'm not here somebody that's like, well, what was the reasoning behind it? Give me the whole story, not just the one fucking clip of you see him losing his shit really quickly, because at the end of the day, he's a fucking athlete. Okay, this dude's an alpha that leads men in a locker room. And look, this is Geno's probably last fucking hurrah. He ain't getting no more fucking. He's not getting any more opportunities like this that he's getting right now with the Jets to be something.
Nope.
Yeah, you bet that a Connor Hughes, a Zach Rosenblatt, they're probably down in Florida right now interviewing as many people as humanly possible to figure out what went on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
I'm done.
This was awesome, man. Kev, stay in the back, brother. We'll finish it up and we'll bring you right back just to kind of talk to you a little bit in the back. So don't click. But I would love to give you the quick floor real fast so everybody could find out what you're doing. Where can they catch your content? How is it that you make MetLife look so fucking badass in the background when normally, they call it the air conditioner of New Jersey? So, Kev, take it away.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't notice, but there's no people inside. No, I'm just kidding. Well, first of all, thank you all for having me again. This was so fun. I love reading the chat. You've got a great group of subscribers and followers here, so it's great. I'm very excited to put on my resume that I'm getting benched for Wesley Walker. I think that's going to be something that's going to go down in history for me. So very excited about that. But if you do want to follow any of my content, you can follow me at JuicyJet25 across Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I do a podcast every week, and then I do little shorts throughout the week, including trivia. Right now, I'm doing a little thing on Instagram and TikTok where I release how many days we are away till the Jets season starts with a different player that wore that number every single day. And just looking for as much interaction as possible. So we'd love to continue talking Jets with everybody. And yeah, once again, thank you all. I really appreciate it.
Bring us back, Johnny.
Hell yeah. You guys can see it right there. Juicy Jet 25 on all platforms. He is fucking killing it, man. If you guys are not, look, he's super humble, okay? But his Tuesday trivias are fucking awesome.
Yes.
And I normally always get them wrong. So, but it is fun because you'll get people that'll say names that you just haven't heard in so long.
Yep.
That you're like, oh shit, I remember this and I remember that. So, and yeah, man, dude, it's awesome.
I did
bro.
get the Rob Moore on the supplemental draft.
There you go. That's
I got that one. I got that one.
Hell yeah. Hey, cool. Think about Rob Moore. Him and my father are really good friends. So they went to high school. He's a Hempstead High School alumni. So just FYI. Cool. So if anybody ever asks you, some weird ass fucking, where did Rob Moore go to high school? Oh shit! On Jets for a while, they told us Hempstead High School. He was a Hempstead Tiger. So
maybe that'll be my next Trivia Tuesday question. Who knows?
Hey. Well, Kev, we appreciate you, brother, man. We'll put you in the back, and then we'll bring you back on once the show's done.
Thanks, Kev.
All right.
Yep.
So Snowball.
Yeah.
Dude, what a killer of a show.
I never know what's going to happen. You come up with these crazy ideas, and then you're like, just put slides together. Just like, get these images and do all this stuff. Okay, let's see where it goes. And then the crazy connections between the Jets and the Knicks and like how hard that was to do. Like all week, I'm like looking at stats on this player and stats on this player and characteristics of this guy and characteristics of this guy. And it wasn't easy to do. But a very creative show. Loved your idea. This was fantastic. I think the chat had a lot of fun with it. Just got to remind people that, if you're, God bless you, if you're 3 hours into the show and you haven't hit the like button or the subscribe, do it now. And remember that the drawing is next week for the helmet that's signed by Greg Buttle, Freeman McNeil, Wesley Walker, Marty Lyons, right? It's all there, right? 4 signatures on this helmet. It's going to go to one lucky person, and we'll accept super chats and gifted memberships during the course of that show as well. So we'll try to get as many as possible, and then Wesley is going to be with us when we pick the winner for this helmet. So next week, 7:30 p.m. I'm so excited. Like we talked to Wesley Walker. That's so amazing.
It is the craziest thing in the world, and it's so awesome. And he is such a great person to speak with. Like the knowledge that he has, not only about football, but just about life in itself. It's amazing. It's amazing. And, you know, I wanted to, we were talking and I said, hey, I got this idea again, crazy ideas that I get. But I was like, look, there is a big Jets fan base that is wanting to talk to you, wanted to ask you questions. We're going to have it timed, but they would love and be able to really come on, talk to you because I mean, a lot of our, older Jet fans are diehards like that. So, and Wesley Walker, for a lot of them, are the reason why they became Jet fans. So to get an opportunity to really be able to showcase the individual that Wesley Walker is, it's amazing, man. So shout out to our guy Mikey Hulkhands, man, and we're super pumped, super pumped to have Wesley on here with us. We have a full deck of questions that we're going to be asking Wesley prior. I mean, we're you guys got to tune in because it's just not going to be all about just the Jets piece. We want to get you guys to know Wesley Walker and what he went through and, what was it like?
Well, don't give the whole show away, Johnny. Just let them know that they got to tune in next week and find out all the stuff that we're gonna dig a little deep on Wesley.
Yes, yeah, there you go. That's even better.
Right.
But I'm hyped. I'm so pumped. I cannot wait. It's gonna be the snowball show, just to let you guys know, because this was a snowball get. This is not no Johnny boy. This is
we're very lucky to know people like Mikey Hulkhands and Liz Mueller, who will be on the show at some point. And Kevin. These are the types of people who are helping the show out tremendously with getting guests and content and all this type of stuff. So we are very lucky to know these people. And we are very lucky to have all the people who are still in the chat with us 3 hours later, and all those people who did tune in during tonight's show. So thank you all. We really appreciate your support. And Johnny, let's bring it home.
Again, big shout out to our guy Tyler. If you guys don't know who we're talking about, man, go check him out. Because again, this has been another Friday episode of Jets
Worldwide. Wide.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Is what the cops were saying when they were trying to tackle him, man. Come on,
I'm
man.
on the team.
Dude, I'm on the team. Hey,
all right.
Thanks, guys. Hit the like, hit the sub. You know what time it is. Next week, Wesley Walker comes in. Episode 85 with number 85. You already know. Peace.
See you.
This is Jets Worldwide. Wide.